Ooh. It's brand new series trailer. I see it 3 days ago.
All right. Well, it's for someone else. It's someone else. I don't know anything
Wow,
about this.
it looks so new.
It sounds derogatory. Oh,
But
it's new.
their faces are weird.
Their faces are weird. Oh no, it's just a derogatory thing to say. Very mean.
So weird. I hope they kept this theme song the same.
I mean, I will say,
Coming this
like, is it
May.
still animated?
Yes,
Oh, thank goodness.
still animated.
I will say, like, I don't remember anything about that show besides maybe a little bit of the theme song and the fact that it was watched.
In our house? Yeah.
Yeah. Because of, yeah. I
I was a
have
girl in the
not.
village doing alright. Then I became a princess overnight.
I will say,
I just
like,
know the lyrics to that song.
I don't know it nearly as well. Uh,
Figure out how to do it
it's
right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with my new family. In a school that's just for royalty. I'm
yeah.
so old.
It's
I feel like
a
Sophia the First isn't that old, but they're remaking it to make more money.
but now you know you've realized that now you are old. It's what you
Well,
become. You become old when you start saying it's not that old.
it's
All right, we're
okay.
about
I
to go
saw a
live.
video where someone asked some like third or
We're
second
going
grader
live.
what was old. Okay.
But you can keep just talking because, like, I mean, it's
Uh
not like
and
we're very professional about this.
and then like they asked them like who was like what year they considered old, and they were like 2000. It's
Huh.
like that's not old, you little
I mean, that
child.
was like 25 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Well, 26 years ago.
Yeah, 26 years ago, I guess. But I was like,
I'm
bro.
not sure 26 is old, but like, it's certainly, yeah, it's before any of us,
Well,
either of us were born.
it's old for kiddos, you know. Like he's like probably not even double digits, that kid. So I suppose
I
26 is
know,
pretty
I
old.
see. Complete loser. It says we're live, but this thing's just not loading. Old.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're very old.
Yeah, I'm
Old man.
old.
Old man. I'm old. I'm assuming,
Guys,
I mean, sure, let's put this on.
should I
Uh,
I don't know. I got the notification on my phone that you were live on YouTube.
that's good. I'm always alive until I'm not alive.
Guys, I've been slowly making my way through Trails in the Sky second chapter. I'm like, I'm almost halfway done with the game now. I'm almost halfway done, and I've only spent 31 hours in the game.
Hey,
I'm
Hey, you
doing
just got
so
back from
well.
why, you know? You just stayed put for night. Oh, thank
He's
goodness.
like, yeah,
I had a heart
you
attack
can have
when I
fun.
went to bed, and he said, actually, there's something I want to talk to you about. I was like, that's the same thing he said right before Hawaii. I thought we had it saved. I was so scared. Have you ever sieged a Fellowship production? Okay, I usually try to play coy about this because
Yeah.
I don't like mentioning other YouTubers really. You know? Yes, I used to watch some of his videos back in the older days though, like not within the past couple years, like.
I
But I
literally
used to
watched him a
watch
couple
his
days
videos.
ago.
Okay, well, Naomi watches him all the time, but I haven't seen.
No.
I used to watch him. I don't know. I don't like talk. Yeah. Oh, he released a pick. I saw he released a video talking about why Pikmin 2 is bad, and like, yeah, those takes. I didn't watch it. Because, like, I don't need to watch another video about Pikmin 2 being bad. Because, like, the reasons Pikmin 2 are bad are obvious and kind of... I mean, I remember when Pikmin 3 was new, and that was when there was a big swing away from... The Pikmin fandom there's not, like, a consensus good game that really... Or this best game that really sticks around. It morphs and shifts in various waves, and I remember when Pikmin 3 was out, there was quite a bit of... at that point, you know, especially since it seemed like it was moving away from... The series was moving away from Pikmin 2. You know, I've heard a lot of the arguments why Pikmin 2 would be considered bad, yes. You know, like... I don't know what he specifically cites, but I would be shocked if it was something I hadn't already heard. Because, like... This has been discussed. Pikmin 2 is divisive. It's been discussed to death. He ranked the treasures. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun video. Stole it from... I could have made that video. That's not true. I could not have made... They're like different blades. Like... But no, like... No, that makes sense. Like... I just remember that being a thing. And then people... It was like watching people like... I remember seeing people talk about it too. It's like, oh, we're relitigating this again. Like... I mean, I say that very grumpy old man like, but I actually really like the fact that all 4 mainline Pikmin games are both incredibly different from each other, and there are very valid reasons to have any of them as your favorite and any of them as your least favorite. Like, I like that about it. Oh, Ace of Coordinate cases. First, second, third, and final cases. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean... Well, so you start talking about YouTubers, right? And then you're like, oh, I watched. That guy seems cool. And then YouTuber was canceled. Like, it's just a volatile thing to talk about. And since I'm technically trying to do YouTube, it feels weird to, like, talk about it. Like, even when I was, like, in middle school, doing, like, my first days, I always kind of wanted to avoid talking about YouTubers on the channel. It's just this kind of like, it feels weird. I don't know. I don't know, you know. Yeah, so like that's the same dialogue, and I was like, dear God, we didn't save.
No, Morgana's just having an internal crisis right now.
Yeah, and he refuses to talk to us. Like a loser.
Yep.
Hey, sis. You just got back
Hey,
from your trip and you're
it's our
already
favorite
studying?
character.
Intelligent.
Yeah. I feel I've tried to be nicer to Sai ever since Savannah asked. Ever since Savannah was like, you're being really mean to Sai. You know, and I've been thinking, you know, I've been thinking about Sai and Akechi and like, and how, and I try not to be biased, you know, because Sai is a woman, and if I don't like the woman, it's bad optics, you know, if I don't like the girl, and I think if we don't tumble too much. Oh yeah, okay. I'll try to be nicer to Sai, mostly because Savannah didn't want me to be mean to Sai, baby. I don't know. You were there. You would know what happened. I don't know. Oh, I saw that on Bluesky. I liked that tweet, or maybe the retweet of that tweet. You won a game of Balatro. How long have you been trying? Because that really depends. Changes. You know, you've 6 whole games. You've gotten the knack for it. I see. And how close are you to 100%ing Balatro?
I have souvenirs for you. The principal of Shujin Academy has passed away.
Okay. I was gonna say. I was about to say. You know, this is kind of like a nice, normal conversation. Oh my god. Okay. To be fair, there's nothing. There's nothing cruel about that. That's just a bit socially unaware. I'm sure she's just thinking about it.
I mean, I don't really know how else you're supposed to bring it up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I have something very important and serious to talk to you about.
Struck by a large vehicle.
Do you need to bring it up?
Trauma.
I don't
Also,
know. She's gonna
he's
go to school and see it anyway, so
He
at least
suddenly stopped while
might as well
crossing
let
the
her
road
know
and was
before she
struck by a
has to go to
large
school and
vehicle.
hear about the news in
Death
front
by
of her
external trauma.
classmates.
I feel like this is a little something, you
He
know.
suddenly stopped while crossing the road and was struck by a large vehicle. Death by external trauma.
Yeah, months. But I've only actually done my non-auto get everything since the beginning of February, and I've just won this week. Not auto get every. So I guess I locked the in, as you would say. Yeah, no, that's good. It's good to obtain skill. I don't know what auto get everything everything is.
They say suicide seems to be a strong possibility.
Right.
Principal Kobayakawa committed suicide?
But it like.
See, no one
I
wants to have
get
this
it.
reaction in front of their classmates.
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't. Not gonna lie, I'd be a little shocked, but like, I mean, I never knew personally like the principal or dean of a school or like anyone like. I really would be, like, I would not be. I mean, I know Makoto actually talked and worked with Kobayakawa, but. I won't say it's a bad thing to do. I wouldn't. I probably just wouldn't bring. Like, I wouldn't see it as important to bring up. You have to manually unlock jokers. No, I still don't understand.
But would
I've never
someone
played
about to
Flightship.
kill themselves try to go to the police station?
What? Someone about to try to go. There's an option to start a save with all the jokers and other collectibles unlocked. Oh, I see.
He even used a taxi to get there.
Oh, they're saying that, like, he was en route to somewhere, so it's very weird that he just, like, he did just find the nearest street. He was going to the police station, is what he's saying.
He's just, I think he was trying to walk to, I don't know if that's a spoiler. Maybe I should shut up.
Even if he had a sudden shift in his state of mind,
Maybe I
it's
should
still
just shut my
unnatural.
little trap.
I can only suspect that he had a change of heart.
Well, I'd like to point out that none of our guys have died yet. Load bearing yet, I know. But, yeah.
Are you saying he was targeted by the Phantom Thieves?
I mean, clearly not, because they didn't.
But that's impossible!
That's a bit of a strong. Okay, I will say, Bakota, you really shouldn't have that strong a reaction. Because you could say something like, but they didn't do a card, or something like that. But to say that's impossible, like, there's no reason for a high schooler Makoto who has nothing to do with the Phantom Thieves to think it's impossible for the Phantom Thieves to attack someone without declaring it, right? I think that's suspicious.
But also, I feel like it would have been more sensible to be like, okay, well, like, that's never happened before. There was no calling card. Like, the MO's not
I'm sure
right.
Sai thinks that every one of these incidents was the calling card. Yes, she should have lightly objected by asking about the calling card and bringing up. That's what I am saying. She should have brought up other possibilities, introduced doubt. But saying that's impossible, that's really not good for keeping your cover.
How are you so certain?
Indeed.
Literally, how are you so certain?
Well,
I mean, she kind of has us dead to rights. To be fair, she has no evidence besides the slightly weird phrasing. But, like, Makoto's not doing a great job of digging herself out of this hole.
in prior cases, the changes of heart seem to be done to make people
Oh,
confess
there
their
we go.
crimes.
They do some logic.
Yeah, but I will say, like, I don't think Sai's gonna go for it because it's her own sister. But, like, that is the kind of thing that was very suspicious. Just tone of voice wise, like, she didn't wrangle that under control.
It's hard to explain, but this incident seems contradictory to their usual modus operandi.
Why is it hard to explain, Makoto? Like, this is not the... I would say that this is a concerningly...
Did
Yeah.
Principal Kobayakawa seem any different to you lately?
I don't really
I don't know. I was in
He
Hawaii, dog.
rarely contacted the students after all.
Yeah, and like he would have gotten the phone call, and then like he would have been acted differently because of the phone call, and that hadn't happened yet, really. I don't think I don't think that she talked to her between
I
then
see.
and now.
Could something have
Correct.
happened during the school trip?
Yeah, your boss called him. Well, I guess there is the thing that, like, you know, that didn't happen, might not have happened during the school trip or whatever, but we do know that, like, before the school trip, right, he got the phone call saying he's cut off from, and was given all the, you know, something clearly, it's very clear that, like,
Well,
yeah. Well, that would
remember
also
they were
disguise any
getting-
change of behavior.
They were getting more. The school's getting attention
Because they were basically stopped getting protected, or the guy who was like, "You're not helpful to us anymore. We're gonna release this in the gossip magazine." You know.
Yeah, and then they were like, well, we have to stop him from, like, going to the police with all this stuff because he's technically an accomplice, you know. So we have to kill him.
Oh God, I was. Turkey says.
And of
"Did you
course,
see
the
this Silver
Phantom
Fox
Thieves
tweet?"
are at the Phantom Thieves are at the height of their fame right now. So of course, it's like more safe to go out and like kill him right now, like something like that, because
Yeah.
if anything, people's like heads are on the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure at this point, like the populace doesn't know how he died. They just think that he just.
I mean, it makes sense, you know. It's like
it's
it's been a week since his kind of professional career started crumbling. Like, I saw the
Yeah.
Toby Fox tweet. I maintain that is a joke, and he would never have made that tweet if people hadn't gone crazy about it. I still think people made something out of nothing, and the only reason he would make that tweet was I believe that tweet was in reaction to to everything, rather than any evidence of things having existed all along, in terms of the viability of the Woody theory.
Oh, you're studying. I'm sorry to bother you.
You're kind of weird.
Yeah,
Makoto.
sorry for dropping that on you, bro.
Yeah, we're
I'll
having
just
a nice
go now.
conversation. And then, I will say, this is giving me more. This is like you know, most of my situations with Sai have been annoying or cruel. This is just kind of more awkward, which is more endearing than like.
Yeah.
I saw them be like, "Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that."
Never mind. It's nothing.
Oh, now she's failing to communicate her feelings. I love that.
Just don't get dragged into trouble.
Oh,
Awesome.
she's seeming to care about him more than usual. Always bet on Neo, and please don't bet any money on Neo, friend Woody theory. Do not bet anything. Gambling is bad, but also you're gonna. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna say you're gonna lose. I say you have like a 25% chance of this being anything. Not including a small reference, by the way. It has to be a major part of the chapter for the Woody theory to be correct. Because I maintain if he adds a small reference, it's just a reaction. He would have to be Woody theory would have to be a major part of whatever chapter. And I do think that means, but, well, the tricky thing is, if he ever decides to do a desert level, which is like a fairly common thematic, you know, Undertale Yellow had a desert level, you know. If he ever does a desert level, then I don't want people just going to say that's Woody theory, even though that isn't related. Well, what is Woody theory? Like, okay, what might happen? Like, can you explain if you could explain exactly what it is what would happen that would entail Woody theory being correct? And I'll tell you the chances I think that would happen. Because, like, I'm not entirely clear. It's always been a bit of a collection of vibes. Anyway, I like seeing that Sai actually seems to care about Makoto.
This is bad. I better tell the others.
She's much more likely to make up with Makoto than with the bar gang. The cafe, the LeBlanc gang. The bar gang. So sleepy. I'm not, because I'm always tired during these streams. Same here, dude. Cowboy-themed secret boss primarily based on an old, likely monochrome cowboy show. Cowboy-themed secret boss based on an old cowboy show. 10% or less. I would give it a 10% or less. Because that would be it would be dedicating a whole secret boss, which secret bosses might not even exist anymore. So it'd be dedicating a whole secret boss to the joke. And that's a very specific thing. So I'm going to say 10% or less. I mean, they're not the worst odds. You can make 10% or less. I didn't go like 1% or something. Like 1 in 10 happens, you know. Those aren't terrible. I was surprised when we got back to Japan. Is this all you guys talk about ever? One shadow crystal. Oh yeah, because Jevil, no, not Jevil. Sham is like, one more and we could do the thing. Wink. You know. This is where we work hard. Big surprise again. It surprised the world. Yeah, we're gonna surprise the world. Oh, because Kasumi's here. How natural will this conversation be? You're back here too, huh? Yes, it's good to see you both. May I join you two on the way to school? I'll talk a bit more about the trip, and I want to hear all these stories from Hawaii. Hey gosh, should I start with all the heroic stuff me and this dude did for the people in Hawaii? It's nothing.
Yes.
Bothered women. That's great. I think it helps. I think I just don't super love. I think part of it is also that I don't super love Kasumi's voice actress. Like, cause that was easier. That didn't not feel very unnatural. Hey, what do you think of the unused Sky Mantle item in Delta that's been in the game since Chapter 2?
This has to be about you know what, right? With the principal.
I would say I'd not heard of that. I would say kind of even odds it's cut content, and even odds it's gonna be used later. Like the most likely options are it's cut content or it's gonna be used in a later chapter. There's a very small % chance that it has to do, like, I know some things Toby Fox does hide little secrets in the code sometimes, so it could be that, but I think that's unlikely. I do think it's most likely it's either it's Sky Mantle, like it's into the Sky Mantle. I mean, maybe. There's a decent chance that, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it might be that they didn't use Sky Mantle because they realized it would be too close to Shadow Mantle and they didn't want to draw connections. Like, that's a decent. It could be, because like I'm not sure what the Sky. I'm not sure what the thematics of that would be. You know, because like the Shadow Mantle, you know, cues into the whole idea of what the Dark World is, and the Sky doesn't really, like. I'm sure you could make connections. The Sky is dark often, but I think it's I think my guess would probably be that they didn't. But there's a decent chance they removed it because they didn't want to make those comparisons. Right, it was a completely unrelated item, and they didn't want to, like. They're like, oh shoot, they're gonna associate with the Shadow Mantle if we put it in. I don't know, maybe. I doubt it's an upgrade, but it might be related to. Oh, this is voice actor from Auto.
I wonder if that
Yeah,
suicide
because
bomber's for
we
real.
gotta hear about what
It
happened to
happened
the
in front of police
principal.
station, didn't I think I was passing through there at the time.
The principal had been working hard to restore peace ever since the incident with
Okay, but now
Like,
they're
watch
just
people
lying.
struck- Yeah.
He only wished for everyone to be able to lead a normal
I mean,
school life.
you could argue.
Because of that love,
Oh, that's not true. Okay,
Love?
that's not true.
Bullshit. He was covering something up.
That's true.
Everyone's been talking about it.
I want to dissect this. This could have been true because he really didn't want there to be a lot of talk. So restoring peace
Right.
could, and he
That
was
could be
going to the police station to reveal things that maybe would have restored some amount of peace because he would have admitted to something.
Except for the fact that
Yeah,
I don't
this
think it
is
would have
bullshit.
worked anyway.
Yeah. No, this is bullshit. The second thing's bullshit. Like, a large male student is right. That's complete bullshit. He did not care about that. Motive-wise, that is completely wrong.
Maybe it wasn't suicide. Do you think the Phantom Thieves took him
Dang,
down?
gossiping female
The
student.
Phantom Thieves? Do they kill people?
Bored.
I mean, Kamoshida did say he was gonna kill himself to make up for everything he did.
That would be amazing. Either way,
I love
it's
this.
principle
Wow.
right.
Fuck that guy.
Hell no.
Wow.
We didn't do
Children,
jack shit.
please.
Are people gonna blame us for this too?
Oh wow, suddenly it's not that great that the Phantom Thieves are popular.
principal's wishes as proud Shujin students, and
I don't think we should live up to that guy's Oh. Okay,
Except
for
relevant
once,
say flashback.
this might be interesting. Can't believe Sai is making a comeback.
I had noticed traces of tampering. Does that mean you truly took the data from my laptop? No matter
Oh,
how
shoot,
I think
yeah.
about it, that would have been impossible unless Makoto was helping you.
I thought,
She would never do something so foolish.
isn't this like the third time we've revealed that Makoto was helping us?
Okay, so I don't believe Joker is telling her who he was in his party.
But like she's had
Specifically.
reactions. Like the first time when we got the confidant, she was like, Makoto? Like you know?
Did she say Makoto?
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think she said Makoto. She was shocked when she first came in to tell us about Kaneshiro. She's like, "Wait, Makoto approached you?"
Give me a second.
But I don't.
Yeah.
It would be in rank 1. Oh yeah, there.
Alright, flash. We're watching a video, by the way. Don't worry about it. I probably can't show it. Alright, rank 1. They're going in. Most people who structure reactions to the Phantom Thieves. Going in because you had someone who specialized in analyzing enemies. Isn't that right? No, nothing.
Uh-huh. I did it. That's what I thought. I'm fairly certain. But like I'm pretty sure it's implied that like Joker is not telling her who she is
I
communicating
thought she's had a
with.
reaction to Makoto.
Yes, because Makoto did canonically approach us about
What if it's only in the royal version? Clearly desperate. No, this is definitely the same cutscene.
I'm pretty sure she's like, wait, Makoto approached you about Kaneshiro on the school roof? But like we
Oh.
didn't tell her that Makoto joined the Phantom Thieves.
But she was just as shocked that Makoto was involved.
Yeah, that we knew Makoto.
Okay, so
Or
I guess
she was just
at
fucking-
some point. Okay, so she still doesn't know. Both.
She
Okay,
doesn't
sorry.
know who our confidants are.
Turkey's
who our
talking
friends
about
are.
the Shadow Mantle. It's like the Shadow Mantle, but it's fixed 1 defense instead of 1 defense plus 1 for each chapter. Instead of a 60% for Dark Stars, 25% for Sky Souls Electric. They both hold defense that have a doctrine on a specific element. Okay, so the mantle was/is a class of items. I think only the Shadow Mantle is going to be lore significant, though. It's kind of like if you had like a bunch of swords, and now you have the Dark Sword that is relevant because it's, you know, related. Like, and maybe they took it out because they, you know, since they only had the Sky and the Shadow, they're like, oh, this would make, people might think this is relevant, but it's just kind of like an armor type. Like, so it does seem like Mantle is a specific thing, but I do think it's likely that the Sky Mantle probably wasn't supposed. I do still like the idea that they took the Sky Mantle out because of wearing it would be too associated with the Shadow Mantle. But I admit that's as much of a guess as your guess, so it is very hard to say. And we might never know, you know, or we might know immediately because it'll be super relevant in Chapter 5. What I mean, it really could happen, you know.
And is it true that you were completely uninvolved with the Kobayakawa case?
This would be a really ballsy thing to say. Because she'd know at this point. Of course, we're telling the truth, but we did have things against him. Not like personally, but he was kind of like, I didn't like him. I'm going to say it's true. I don't want to claim that. I kind of want to see how she reacts to We Don't Kill. But I still like, and I don't know. I know he's really drugged.
At this point, everybody thinks we're responsible for
the thing.
Kumara.
The one, though, you know, because this is really the story when I popped in. You know, this is we're no longer in the blind portion.
Yeah, and then like after Kumara, you get a little bit more blind, but.
Oh, I will say, sorry.
We're
right before. We're like right before. Like I hopped in later in this arc, so I know how the arc ends. I just don't like. We have not yet hit the part where we've really gotten. Where I really started paying attention, which I think was like halfway through. I also feel like this is the option that you press without knowing that. I'm just gonna say it's true.
What does this mean?
Oh yeah, I guess We Don't Kill. See, on the other end, that points to the conclusion that there was another person. You know, on the other hand, I think she just thinks we're spouting bullshit, right? Like, cause like if we say, because now she's like, well, what does this mean, right? If we said We Don't Kill, she's like, oh, you killed both of them then, like, because you're lying. I know none of these choices matter.
Not until a little bit later, yeah.
The Black Shard and Twisted Sword have the same attack stat, fun fact. Interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I do think it's likely that it's like, you know. I didn't know that.
But I suppose targeting someone at Shujin again and actually taking their life would be nonsensical.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really help us. And like,
I mean, like,
we've never gone after someone like in the middle of like. The thing is, it would be calculated, right? Like we just made him stop in the middle of the street, you know, because the police still say that they died because of that, right?
Right.
I mean,
mostly probably to hide it was a mental shutdown, but
yeah, but like, how many people like it doesn't fit our character to like assassinate someone. Unless you think we've been doing a lot of the others, but even the other mental shutdowns, you know, I mean, this is assassination, right? It very clearly reads assassination. She knows it. She's the one who's been putting that together. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get Noelle in the party and you can make the twisted, you young could give Noelle the Black Shard and Chris Twisted Sword for max damage output. Assuming the trace down effect doesn't do anything. I kind of understood that paragraph. Will you believe me now?
I have no reason to believe everything you've said.
Fair point.
I guess that's fair. I am trying to spin a story.
However, it seems you aren't the type of person who would lie just to protect themselves.
Oh, hey, is this the
Is
start
this-
of our confidant? Wait a second.
But what?
I never remember when Say's confidant starts because it's automatic, but now that she's like starting to trust you, it might be now.
Interesting. Well, we have been going very confessional. We haven't really been shying away from things. And we
Yeah,
didn't
we've been telling
claim
her
not
like
to
literally
kill.
everything.
Yeah,
Except
I guess
for who our
that's
friends
fair.
are.
I guess she's like, yeah, she's like, I mean, this doesn't really feel like a made-up story. That's her
I
intuition.
will acknowledge what I must. It's more efficient that way.
It's super vague, but sure. Oh, I think we already started our confidant. They already have 4.
Oh yeah, okay, we did. She's so hard to
Alright.
remember, you know.
Well, it's very split
especially
up.
because
And like, it's a very
In
long
any case,
playthrough.
let's move on to the topic at hand. If you saw my investigation data, you would have had the same suspicions I did about Okuma.
I mean, I literally already got mixed up about her earlier. So,
Yeah.
And if you looked into his
apparently
palace,
she
you
used to
should
be
have
a
seen the
romance
answer to
option, but
those
they took it out of the
suspicions.
game. Which is
Tell
fair,
me,
because I feel like
what
the
did the Phantom
confidant
Thieves
isn't
do to
really
Okuma?
very romantic at all.
What did you learn from him?
Wait, sorry. You're telling you were. I was paying attention to the actual game. You're talking about Say not
Oh.
being very good. Sai not being a good romantic option.
Well, yeah, she, I think originally was supposed to be one, but they decided not to do it.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair. If you could get Noah in the party, and you could also craft the Twisted Sword. Chris 4 max damage. The trance down effect, which doesn't have any effect. I don't know what the trance down effect. I don't know what the Twisted Sword is.
Why did it turn out as it did?
Yeah, why
I
did
need
we?
you to tell me everything.
Why did? I do like that. Like, why did it turn out? I do like the little foreshadowing before each chapter. Mostly this one. I like the foreshadowing for this one because I know that stuff go. I like all of the foreshadowing for this chapter. You know, I've gotten to use the word "yet" a lot.
Before we talk about the data we got from Sis, we need
Oh,
to
yeah, I
discuss
forgot
the
we did
incident
that.
with the principal. People are already talking about it online.
Nobody's saying it's because of the Phantom Thieves. So far.
People think he did it because that tabloid exposed how he was covering up Kamoshida's
I mean, it's a really
forces.
decent, you know.
Could it be that we're responsible
that
for
would make
Principal
us responsible.
Kobayakawa's suicide?
Possibly.
What do you mean?
If we hadn't changed Kamoshida's heart, maybe this never would have happened.
Okay,
Then
but
Kamoshida would have kept
Yeah.
doing what he did
Yeah.
if we didn't go and take him
I mean,
down.
that's just true. I mean,
There's a lot of opinions online. It's only natural that he died. Covering up crimes is wrong.
okay,
The
guys.
comments I've seen are similar as well. Only the Phantom Thieves are on our side.
I guess this
If I
is what
was the
happens when
That's
you
a
start.
Phantom Thieves would
dangerous
take
line
down
of
the
thought.
police and the politicians of this country.
Yeah, but like,
It's not just the news. There's
kinda
even
like
Phantom
this
Thieves
as an arc.
merchandise now. I never expected
Yeah.
we'd end up such a big deal.
what was that? They did say this arc is
Seems
terrible.
like the public would rather believe in us than in the adults.
It's mostly the
People are
beginning,
trying
and
to
then
get
like the
Phantom
palace is
Thieves
such a
to solve
drag, you
societal
know.
problems,
Oh.
not just personal ones.
God, I
I
hate
mean,
this palace.
but
I don't know
can
if
you
the
blame
my
him?
palace.
Societal problems create personal problems, you know?
This is kind of scary. Are we really
Yeah, now the
doing
fame
the
has
right
gotten to
thing?
the scary bit, you know. No one ever.
Yeah. I like that they're finally saying, hey, we have some amount of responsibility. I like how much it freaks them out, how everyone... I like how much it freaks them out that people aren't that critical, you know? Like, I like how much it's kind of scary that... Because you're seeing, oh, my message is becoming very radicalized, like... And I like how kind of that's
yeah, that's
scary.
not what I wanted.
Even though
Yeah.
like you believe in your thing, and even though the people that are saying that are still like adjacent to what you believe, there's just like, I'm not sure I'm comfortable, like I don't really have control of how far the snowball goes once you put it in motion. But on the other hand, like we might be, you could make the argument we're responsible for his suicide, but like is that a reason not? Like is the fact that it would cause a perpetrator, an accomplice to commit suicide, is that a reason to not, like, not like bring justice to the situation, like, you know, like I would say definitely
No.
not, like, but it feels very callous to say like that was, you know, like the amount of people, it's acceptable that it should be like, well, but like that, but that technically, if you're doing the logic out, and obviously, you know, we couldn't have known, but it does seem like, you know, if you weigh the odds of you saying that it's okay for him to die to get the results we want.
I mean, like,
I like it because it's interesting.
The problem is, like, I feel like in this situation, it's like they're really torn up about it, obviously, because it kind of feels like their fault. But at the same time, at this point, they don't really know why it happened. They kind of just know it's been a weird mental shutdown thing. So they
Makoto
must
knows
assume.
that Sai suspects. But admittedly,
Yes.
Sai's evidence is suspicious, but like it's not foolproof. It's a very reasonable expectation to say that he died because stuff, you know, was getting uncovered, right? Technically that's the true, but like it's very like that's a very convincing narrative. Like, I would say the idea that he committed suicide because I think that's a reasonable thing for them to believe. And I think that a lot of the questions to ask right now, they're just questions, which is nice, but they're reasonable questions to ask. I think there are going to be questions they maybe should have asked a little sooner, but well, some of them, like, but I love seeing them get a little like concerned about the response online. I like, you know, like there's no way that we can argue, you know, that like I can't, like, I don't think there's a way we could argue that like this was wrong, that it was wrong of us to help, you know, like it was not wrong to take down Kamoshida. I cannot condone the idea that that was wrong.
Right.
But I also think that we have been gallivanting about with utter certainty that we are correct. And that's probably been a problem. When Akechi brought up things that are pretty valid concerns at the least, everyone was like, we hate Akechi, he sucks. It's glad that he's been doing terribly recently, you know? And like, I think we needed something to be like, oh, maybe we should have at least an idea that this is something that requires responsibility. Because remember, at this point in the story, before this happens, we're at the point where we're using our Phantom Thief, that we're trying to talk Ryuji down from using the fact that he's a Phantom Thief to pick up chicks. Like, we need some amount of reality. And I honestly think this is so far, all of his reactions have both been realistic and interesting, I think. Anyway.
I mean, the principal was covering stuff up, right? I guess he got what was coming to him.
I mean, and like that's, but that's, no, I think that's a reasonable thing to think.
Realistic. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I
like
disagree. But I get it. I mean, like, to me, like, this is the stuff that people were saying, you know, recently, in earlier not recently,
oh yeah,
but like,
yeah. And like,
you know, I
don't like think like we should like it's this. I think it's interesting. I think like this is it. I kind of like where this. I kind of like where this is starting, where this is going, because this makes sense for Ryuji to think, especially, and it's honestly not like an unreasonable opinion. But now you have those comments that are getting a bit uncomfortable being vocalized into the group. Now you're a bit like, I wonder. Okay. Like.
Yeah.
It's a like. I mean, and again, you didn't kill him, you know, like. And like.
Right. It wasn't really our fault.
And right, we were saying, you know, that like it shouldn't be, like, the thing is, on the one hand, like, And like, yeah, he was a bad person. Like, you know, he was covering up stuff. Like, he was not a good person. But I like that they're considering the weight of this, right? They haven't killed anyone yet, you know. They haven't. This is the first person who has died, arguably because of them. And like, I would argue that even with the real explanation, it is because of them. I mean, because you know they challenged them. It's just that they don't know about the conspiracy aspect.
Right.
I'm in the game since chapter 2 of the menu. The squeaky hammer guy who confused two eyes. Oh, interesting. Sorry, twisted sword. We have both the thorn ring and the purified which by the cat. Oh, yeah, I don't know a lot of the secret stuff about Beltram. I think this is an interesting discussion, and I don't think any of these takes of Eve have been ones that I could say are unreasonable. I think
that's true.
I wouldn't know how to square it, and I'd ultimately probably settle on not resolving it unless it becomes, you know, relevant. But
whoa, guys, let's get back on topic. Weren't we going to discuss the data?
And I do like how that's what they do. They're like, I don't like to face it. It's kind of scary, and they are putting it in the box.
You tell them, Inari.
Why me? First, Prosecutor Nijima has been looking into the continued cases of people suddenly collapsing. It seems she is searching for a common thread to tie them all together.
Right, which is arguably her mistake, because, well, okay, maybe not the people collapsing, but the fact that she's trying to tie the Phantom Thieves into this thread. It's simple.
She doesn't really have any other explanation.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're the only magical creatures, like, quote-unquote magical.
So what are people
like,
that have declared the ability, the only people who have gone public with this, you know, beneficiary of the majority is interest.
The corporation Okumura Foods. More prominently, its CEO, Kunikazu Okumura.
Oh.
Okumura? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere.
From Big Bang Burger.
I mean...
Big Bang Burger? For real?
For real?
Oop, there it
You
is.
know, they only got famous sometime in the past few years. They even had a branch in Hawaii.
Yeah, the only relevant thing from that
guys,
both from scandals
guys, Ryuji got to the big 6'7" for his for reals.
Oh, the big 6'7". Who would I swap jackets? Oh my god, didn't I already answer this? Yeah, didn't I? Okay, I did it on the framework of that guy's specific swap, which I thought should be structural. Didn't I already say jacket side should swap with? Who did I say it? 6'7". Wait, wasn't there? Who did I say Jackson? I thought I talked about this last stream. Because we were talking about that one, and you said he was swapped with Tenna, and I was like, I don't think that makes sense. I said Twita should be swapped with Gerson, and instead, Jackson should be swapped with. I don't remember who I said Jackson. I don't remember. Did I say that, or did I say Tenna should be Gerson and leave it? Maybe I didn't leave anything for Jackson. Oh, he's the funny mid-boss. So, like, who's the funny mid-boss of, I don't know, Chapter 3, if we're doing pairs? Who's the funny mid-boss of Chapter 3? I'm not saying rules card. He's a whole different can of worms, because he's multi-chapter. Why am I blanking so hard? It's pretty Tenna focused, but I guess the camera guy? No. I think I said like maybe the checker puck, but that was from chapter 1. I don't remember. Who did I swap jackets time with? I don't know. Like, you have to give me the swap criteria. Like, I mean, because, like, you know, swapping isn't natural for me. Like, you have to give me a character like Tenor or King in chapter. No main boss. Man who rules the dark world. Closest would be, but not really in the same way. I guess when you think of it like that, King, Queen, King. Yeah, because like they have a very central ruler. Well, you could argue the Titan, but no. I mean, it would be the old man. I mean, I get that it's not the same. Well, you have to understand, like, structurally, the whole parts of chapter. I mean, you know, swaps work best when it's kind of obvious and there's like a formulaic aspect to it. And 25 kind of put a need to like kind of hit the idea of there being a formula to Deltarune in the kneecaps, you know. What if Image Friend swap with Flowey? Is Flowey even in Deltarune? Are we swapping between games now? Swap stuff always makes the logic centered. I mean, it encourages, like, yeah, you're right. I mean, like, structurally, right? You know, till we, like, completely change the game with those two with 3 and 4. And, like, it's really, I don't, like, to me, like, it's just, yeah, everything has to be justified to me, you know? I don't think that's the same with you. No, it's that, but I thought it'd be neat. Yeah, like, the idea of stuff being systemized and making sense. Like, even though I like alternate universes that have very chaotic elements or can, like, or one small change branches out, like, stuff has to make sense to me. Like, your best friend, Image Friend, creepy smiley guys. Like, if I'm thinking of first of all, I don't think of swaps as, like, a isolated thing. But if I'm thinking of a swap AU, like a whole AU about it, right? Then, like, I need to have a logic for why this is happening in this way. And, like, Deltarune kind of, again, took a very formulaic beginning and then slammed it in, then, like, ran it over with its car. Like, I'm not sure I can, I mean, plus, you know, like, swaps are already kind of messy because you have to choose what is swapped as well, and swaps are like a very messy AU. That's why I don't like them very much. And my Sham tennis swapper, yeah. Like, maybe if it's just like one swap, then I could say, oh, they're doing it to be interesting. But even then, I'm like, why? And like, it's I don't know why swaps particularly needs. It's like something with the structure of swaps making me to. Like, I've gone on record on live stream before saying I read at least part of a fan fiction of Potion the Rock being a Formula 1 driver. Like, I understand, like, it's not like you really need to justify logic to me, but something about swaps specifically something about swaps in particular feels so arbitrary in a way that, like, I can't articulate, right? There's something. When I swap Ram with, I don't. You keep asking me about. Oh, so no, it's not just Tenna and Sham. Chapter 1 across. Ram? Like, what do you mean? Like, I know who Ram is. Don't answer with who Ram is. Do I know who Ram is? He's like the plug guy, right? The outlet guy who freezes. I don't know, like, it's pretty sad. Maybe Spamton, I guess. You haven't done Spamton yet in that one. I don't know, like, something about swaps hits us, like, it's not that, like, stuff needs to make sense in fanfiction. That's ridiculous. But it's not that it needs to make sense in the term of, like, logic or, oh, why would that happen? It has to, like, the arbitrariness of Formula 1 is different from the arbitrariness of I'm just going to swap these two specific characters. And I can't articulate why one of those bothers me and the other doesn't. It's I don't know, you know when you see people in the autism subreddit talk about specific numbers having specific colors associated with them and stuff like that. And I've never been that kind of person, but this might just be like one of those things for me where, like, it just triggers something in the mind. I don't really know what it is. Phantom and Jevil swap. The idea is a Jevil swap that also swaps Shaw and Tenna. Oh, okay. I guess, sure. Chapter 3, wannabe secret boss wannabe guy. He wants to be important. I'm not sure he wants to be a secret boss. You could swap him with Kirsten, I guess. Think, you know, the person, you know, there's something there. You know, the wannabe secret boss versus the person who rejects being the secret boss. Like, I could come out with the idea of foils. I guess not every swap at you, but like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I also like that you have not engaged with my. I like how I am rambling to myself. Neither Naomi nor Turkey have engaged with my musings about what bothers me with swap. Naomi has said nothing. Turkey has just ignored me and completely just talked about his AU. I am talking to the air. This is why we get nothing done. You know, we're just no loser.
I'm funny.
That's not fun. No.
That would seem to be the case. This is too suspicious, though. Only one CEO is profiting from these seemingly accidental incidents. I think it's natural to suspect he's intentionally causing them.
Sure,
I get
yeah.
that, but still. We have even more evidence than that. Tell them, Futaba.
I don't know exactly. Oh, I want to know what you're talking about. Well, to be fair, I'm not sure you were paying attention, considering the long list of messages that have nothing to do with it. I'm talking. What is confusing you about the thing that I can't even describe myself? I need to know what angle to attack this from.
He has a palace for sure.
That settles it then. He's totally our next target.
I mean, I hate to be. I mean,
I don't want to be that
like
guy,
what?
Luigi.
I want to be guy, but like, yeah, like I get he does. Like, if we're talking about escalation, you know, we went from Kaneshiro, who's very despicable but very local, then the art, which was he's more well known, then the actual mob, and then like kind of a worldwide tech organization, or that kind of manifested in a more personal story with Futaba. And now, like, the person that seems to be behind part of the conspiracy of the metaverse itself. This is like the proper escalation scale. I mean, it's hard to this guy might be tied in, like, this guy might be tied into the guy, like, we know that there's someone else in the metaverse, and this seems to be him. Like, I mean, it's not, but like, and to be fair, like, because this is before, I actually don't know how he ties into this. I mean, bang on.
Nomura is at the top of the rankings after all.
I mean, screw the rankings. That doesn't matter. The structure of the swaps is just how restricted they are, how derivative they can be. All values not like swaps. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the structure of the swap. Well, I think the structure of the swaps is what can save it sometimes. If I really understand the structure of the swap, that really saves the swap AU to me. Like, good structure can save a swap AU. So maybe it is the lack of structure a lot. I do think that disorganization. It doesn't help that you bring it up a lot, and when you talk about things in the channel, I want to talk about them as well, because that is kind of like my job a little bit in this case. Like, you know, and you ask me questions that I want to answer, but you ask me questions that are very hard for me to answer, so that might be part of it. I don't like. It's how I'm not sure they're restrictive. Derivative, that can be annoying. That's more of a specific thing. I mean, it's like. Well, okay. One of my biggest pet peeves about any fan fiction, because I'm mostly a reader of fan fiction, and the thing that can make a fan fiction really boring is being way too close to the source material. Especially in alternate universe, where it really feels like more things should be different. And so, a lot of swaps follow the same plot. and it basically just changes the flavor. And so that's flying really close to that. So maybe it's partially that. Like, when Bochy the Rock becomes a Formula One racer, that's a very different story that is very specific. I mean, it's not super specific, because mostly the effect that has is that her passions in another of a secret life drive a wedge into the band. Like, so like that's theoretically you could do with other activities, but it makes a reading experience that is not like watching the show or reading the manga. And I do think that swaps a lot of the times, because there's an element of there's an element of indecision. The thing I love making systems, and then every time you make a system, you find an edge case, and then I always spend like way too long deliberating over that edge case, and that is it stresses me out every time. And because I want to keep the system, but then the system inevitably creates some result that doesn't seem right. And I kind of want to just abide by it, because it's kind of fun just seeing where the system randomly takes you. But then you have to make... I don't like arbitrariness. But like, when I say arbitrariness, it's like a specific thing. It's kind of arbitrary what feels arbitrary to me. A little bit. So swap, like... I feel like if you make a swap, it should have a structure. Because to me, the whole point of a swap, like, so, but I think the big thing, I guess that's what you mean by how restrictive they are and derivative, because like, again, one of the things that they oftentimes I struggle to find the point. That's it, like, that's it, and I know there's no point, people are just having fun, but like, I just struggle to find the point, because it's, and that's the difference between the F1, like, the point is to, for the F1 drivers to explore this really weird situation that you've just randomly come up with. And you can kind of do that with the swap, but because it's specifically, it's like the swap gives you a pseudo structure. It's like, this is like, it's a pseudo, it gives you the promise of structure without proper justification. How do you feel about TS Underswap? I thought it looked cool when you showed it to me. Admittedly. I mean, this is why I was resistant to it when you first mentioned it, which I remember being on stream, and then I remember watching the trailer, and it looked cool. But I will say, it looked cool. I'm not sure it looked like, especially like something, like there's a difference between that looks neat. Like every time there's a Nintendo Direct, or even a partner Direct, there's a lot of things that are like, that's neat, probably not going to play it, you know? That's around where it felt like. I liked that it avoided the big problem, which is, oh my gosh, you're just doing the thing again. Like, which is a big problem. So they avoided the big problem. It was not the problem with regular Underswap is it's really nothing has changed. It's just aesthetic. Which is, again, the problem. I mean, just why I can't get into it. So I liked that it avoided that. I didn't analyze the logic very much. I don't know exactly what the criteria was. And I remembered being somewhat impressed because it looks like a well-polished fan game based on the trailer. Although I know not a lot of it's finished. So those were my thoughts. I definitely felt better about it than I feel about the Rand trying to... Especially being at, like... I definitely feel better... Like, it's definitely not a bad swap. Like, it could be worse. I think it's more that, like, it might be a lot of the content. Like, maybe... Like, when I think about swaps I have a problem with, right? I don't get as much stress about it, like, when I think about swaps that exist. But, like, it's like these hypothetical swaps, especially. Because... of like part of it might be that because of the medium of reading it through the chat, like, because like I mean, what swaps did I really dislike? Like, And I don't. Yeah, it's one of us. Instead of training the characters fit the roles, it's training the roles to fit the characters. Characters fit roles to fit the characters. What counts as a role and what counts as a character trait? Like, I guess you have to define what parts of a character are a role and what isn't. But you can define that. You can decide that. Certainly. I remember the one thing I remember is the Sans hero. So I guess you take guard. I think put Sans in that role. But then, like, Sans isn't depressed. Is Sans still depressed? And does that mean that? Does that, like? I mean, I like that they have an idea of what they're swapping. Like, that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty good. It's still, like, it puts it into, like, the, like, it doesn't, I could say I think I'm mostly unbothered by it. You know. I do think that, yeah, I do think part of it is that, like, the swap, and, like, especially when you, like we were talking about the fact that, like, Tenna and Jackenstein swapped. It was like the swap has, like, some kind of structure, you know, when you're swapping, you're swapping, like, there is this idea that you swap foils. You swap people that are related in some way. And then seeing the relation between, you know, the Jevil and Spamton, and then seeing the relation between Tenna then being swapped with Jackenstein, it, like, hit the bell in my head that, like, that's not like an analogy puzzle in, like, the SAT. Like, this is to this as this is to this. I was like, that doesn't work as an analogy. Like, and that bothered me. Like, I don't know. And maybe, like, I'm not that bothered by swaps. Maybe it just gets, like, more exacerbated. Like, I think it started as, swaps aren't really my thing. And then I think, like, as we just keep talking about them, I think it, like, snowballs more and more into, like, a thing. How long has it been since I pressed a button?
I don't know, bro.
Okay, you can't talk like that. I can be like, oh, we haven't done anything. But I am trying to engage with the audience. So you can't be like, oh, you suck. Stop it.
Hold on. That doesn't necessarily mean he's evil. If we jump into this too carelessly...
Interesting. That's an interesting objection. Oh, and that's not a good reason. But it's true. I mean, even I was getting into, like, it seems suspicious, but you're right. We don't have any actual direct evidence that the CEO is doing things. For all we know, this is happening and he's just taking advantage of it. Certainly enough to investigate further, but because they benefit from the scandals and they're all related. Like, enough to investigate, but, like, this is not enough to jail someone, you know?
Beyond that, this Phantom Thieves fad is unsettling.
And he's still thinking about it, right? Because he's still thinking about, I'm really worried about what causes this art to be so terrible, because I love it. I'm loving the art so far. Yeah, Naomi is like, stop talking about this complete bullshit. Like,
I was just sitting here, you know, chilling.
Chilling, alright. So you don't mind if we continue for another 4 hours?
Right.
No, I love this. I'm really nervous because, like, have we hit the part that's bad, or have I just had a different opinion? Naomi?
What?
Have we hit the part... Well, I know when we hit the part that's stupid.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Definitely.
They should be unsettled.
Yeah.
There is no way you will not know.
We might want to let things calm down.
The part that
first.
pissed me off when I
like
played
that.
this game.
I like this is reasonable, and I like that I got caught up in the excitement.
You too, on? You're just gonna go against what people want?
I mean,
usually sometimes what the people want isn't the right thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I
Yeah,
get
like
it.
I
but
don't want the Phantom Thieves to go after people that like just like I don't want it to become a literal mob, and I do think we are right to start being concerned about this. That being said, like I don't think it's too. We're not saying we're not going after him. I do think though that it's very reasonable. He's being rash here.
Huh? No, but
For real?
Interesting.
Looks like we're not gonna agree today then.
Because Ryuji really wants to jump in. Interesting. And like, I do think he's wrong, but that's interesting. I mean, it does feel. Oh, that you got the for real, right? 68. Really?
68 for reals. Damn,
Yeah.
no more 6-7. Goodbye, 6-7
Interesting.
for real.
I like that. Like, there's a variety. I like that. You know, I like this.
Everybody has different feelings about it, you know, which makes sense.
Sheesh, some team you are. What's with all the hesitation? I can't stand this.
Oh, Morgana,
Even
honey.
you, Ryuji. You just back down the second someone disagrees with you.
Okay, Morgana, I would like to point out. Oh, I can see where this. Okay, Morgana, I'd like to point out that I'm surprised Morgana is more gung ho about this than Ryuji, because like I expected Ryuji to be gung ho about this. I'm surprised how much Morgana is. I mean, to go after Ryuji too. Like, I mean, Ryuji is just hearing that his team is not unanimous and deciding to at least think about it. He just didn't say something for 5. He just didn't say something for 5 seconds. Like, looks so good. Like,
God.
I mean, he doesn't even. He just says for. I mean, of course he backs down when someone disagrees. We have to do it in that. No, we have to. We have to do it. We have. Did you forget the structures that it has to be unanimous? There's nothing you could do. I will say I don't like. I don't like per se that both Ryuji and Morgana were very quick to like see reasonable resistance as breaking apart from the from the group. Like I don't super like I'm not super behind Ryuji for saying, oh you're that means that you're I don't super love either of these moral judgments from Morgana or from Ryuji. But I understand.
My least favorite arc for
I do
both of these
kind
characters.
of understand it. I do kind of understand it. Partially, that is a thing that happens. Like, and I've seen it happen quite a decent amount, where like nuance is seen as a threat because nuance moves the needle away from the position that you're holding, and so I can It's like I don't like seeing that behavior. I would strongly go against it. But I do, like, that is a real behavior. Like, nuance is often treated as because, especially in this current climate where there's a lot of bad faith arguments. And so it's almost like a defense mechanism against a bad faith argument. Like, because, it's when someone cries to, like you need to see, there's like an amount of like signaling of support that's necessary. And like people can get very quick to be like, you've expressed a doubt, or like nuance can be seen as breaking rank or breaking the line. It can be like seen as a point of weakness in the line of the defense of the argument. Folk get mad at I understand these are frustrating but real behaviors. Is what I'm saying.
Correct, but like they're real behaviors that people would be frustrated by, in real life.
Phantom Thieves' name to pick up girls anyway.
Like, to be fair, that is a real grievance I have with
Being hyped up because of the popularity is fine, but getting conceited over it is unacceptable.
So have you been sitting on this? Because this seems massively unrelated to what you just said here.
Morgana has been struggling recently with his place in the group.
Yeah, but okay.
Perhaps he sees this as just
is
the
this
nail in the coffin.
is this a generally well-liked arc?
no.
Okay. That's great, because I understand that as an autistic individual, sometimes I see people logically. I like seeing the logic of how and why someone thinks the way they do. And that does seem, I do think that sometimes makes me rigid in understanding people. Like, there are some behaviors that don't make sense to me. Like, so I'm trying to figure out how much grace I have to give this thing.
Okay, here's the reason I think Morgana's freaking out right now. I think, I'm obviously not necessarily correct, but I think Morgana is freaking out right now because he's crashing out because, they, Morgana's been feeling particularly useless recently. The
Yeah.
famous word that will haunt the Phantom Thieves forever, the word useless. Um, but so he's been feeling pretty useless. Ryuji has been comparing him to the other members. Morgana doesn't feel like
That's
he
true.
has a place in the group. And now Morgana's like, we need to go after Okumura, and everyone is like, I don't know, dude. That's kind of
Because this
weird.
is,
So like nobody's
it's,
on his side right now,
I
and
do
so
think,
now he's like, wow,
I will
all
say,
my
in
fears
terms
and
of the
insecurities are
narrative,
true, so I'm gonna lash out.
that makes sense. If that narrative is intended, I would say I would want to see. I didn't get the vibe that Morgana was super pro Okumura before like this line, and that's made it feel like it came out of nowhere.
I don't know. He kind of said something like a little bit earlier with like, no, show him, Morgana, we have more proof.
Yeah, he's directing it a little bit. I think it's natural respect to international.
Well, it
Oh,
seems
because
like
he's
he's
like the
also
one
like,
that's.
he's like pushing for, oh, this guy. So
And he is kind of
Yusuke's
like
like, okay, so
directing.
this is the stuff that we got,
Well,
and Morgana is like, this is too suspicious. He's the only one who's profiting,
yeah.
and that he thinks it's only natural to like suspect him. He's like, look at my big brain, I'm connecting dots, and Makoto's like, well, I mean, like, but, and then he's like, wait, I have more evidence.
Yeah, like we have more evidence. He's clearly up with, he's been talking with Futaba about it.
Correct.
And he doesn't like that Ryuji backed off. I do think it's stupid, but kind of makes sense that he would go after Ryuji, despite the fact that Ryuji very clearly is the one who's most likely to align with him. They also have a
Me and
terrible
Ryuji have
relationship.
never
Like,
really gotten.
They do kind of like bite at you. Like, I get that.
They've never really gotten over their rocky start.
And I will say that, like, these are real issues, and it is like not like when you sit on things for a while, sometimes they start bubbling up even when they're, and like when you get mad about one thing, another thing will follow, and like that's not really related, but it's something else that's been bubbling up. You were used up. That's actually one of my favorite lines from chapter 3 because it's very haunting. But yeah.
That's just like my take about what's going on with Morgana.
Your own benefit here too?
Yeah, and the boys do fight. They fight a lot in this arc. In the beginning of this arc, they fight so much.
Yeah, and like I understand also the idea that like the line between quippy banter and genuine insult gets blurry.
Yeah, and I feel like Ryuji and Morgana never really had a good foot to stand on in the first place. Like those two have never been very good about like making sure their comments don't hurt just the general. So they've never been very good at that. So it's just like the culmination.
But I'm still an admirable human.
Yeah, and he's stuck on this too.
Yeah.
He's got this insecurity going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, this is a reasonable defensive response, but I'm not actually sure. I mean, I guess for your own benefit, it's less like Morgana doesn't care about the popularity as much as he cares about feeling like the sense of purpose
useful,
it gives. Like
being able to, like, a part of this is probably also, well, if we stop doing Phantom Thieves things, how am I gonna realize myself as a
I
human?
don't think that's true. Yeah, and that's a hard thing for me to like get invested in a little bit. Like that's probably why I haven't been as big into Morgana. Like it's very hard to get invested in. It's hard for me to get invested in what is a delusion.
I mean, like, yeah, you know, it's like not. There's no way it's true, but like I also know that it means practically everything to Morgana right now.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
I know.
it makes sense that he's like stressed out and stuff, but like I still don't appreciate his behavior.
Me explaining something so be explain something. So imagine a Deltron. I don't think you were used up is correct. You were used up is a feeling. Is like very like. I'm not sure he's being used up as he's more about being left behind. Like I'm not sure that would like used up is like, and that line is specifically about how the player in Deltarune almost uses up the characters for their own ends, for their own curiosity. And I'm not sure that, like, I don't think Morgana feels taken advantage of. I think that, like, he feels like I don't think he feels taken. Yeah, I feel like he's just that people don't care about what he has to say rather than, or, you know, and feeling. It's a lot of things. Like, it's a lot of different things tied up.
At the very least, I'm more admirable than some carnal blonde monkey.
You little
children.
Fine. I can take on some small-time
Oh,
target
no,
like a cougar on my
Morgana.
own.
That's a big problem. We can't just splinter.
Sorry, but it looks like I'll be getting the credit for solving the mental shutdown mystery.
No, okay.
Oh, honey.
I get where we're getting. I kind of do still like. Maybe it's because we've been stopping to talk about it a bunch, but I'm processing it is helping.
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we're flashing back.
Useful. The word that will haunt Persona 5 for the rest of their days. Jesus.
Yeah. I would think that, like, shit. Sorry, Turkey's got the okay. But no, that's the, like, I do think it's very alarming that, like, this, I do think it's very alarming that he's willing to just go it on his own. Like, hey, do I get to say it? Hey, like, what happened to our team structure? And, like, I understand that you're frustrated, like, that's really dangerous. Like, we know that this is not something to toy with.
And it, like I know it's been building up for Morgana, but like it almost kind of feels like it's like we have one major disagreement and you're gonna run off. Like I know you've had building frustrations with us, so like I get like the big like crush out.
I understand him doing it with Ryu. It's like because it's all of us. But, like, the main beef is between him and Ryuji, arguably, and it's... Yeah. I don't know why I used emojis. I barely use emojis. That being said, I don't think we can call this a Philip gets angry at the game, because we've talked it enough that I understand it enough to not be that angry.
Like, it still pisses me off. Okay, this part was annoying when I got there, but I got it. There's just a different part where I was just so pissed off.
Oh, there's
are you serious, guys? I don't know why. Are you serious?
Okay, sure. The useless one actually is. That's useless. Really.
This
Plus,
word.
I will say, I am a bit of a sucker for the arc where. I am a bit of a sucker for the character arc where person who is being, where you I am a bit of a sucker for like a character arc where someone has been accidentally hurting someone and it finally kind of comes to the surface and kind of almost in a dramatic fashion. Like that is a character arc I like a lot actually.
Yeah, I like that too. But like I think they stretch it out for too long.
Oh, that's fair. So we're at the beginning right now.
I was like, oh dear God. At this point, I was like, okay, Morgana, you need to calm down. And I also was like, Ryuji, you need to like shut your trap. like come on, shut your trap, dude.
Oh no, Ryuji, what are you doing?
Like, stop.
See, even On is like, dude,
it's like I don't belong
shut your
here
trap.
After all.
But also, interestingly, you want to know something? An does not say Morgana stop. She says Ryuji stop. She doesn't even consider that stopping Morgana from leaving. Like, think of it a little bit. Like, if Morgana's worried about being useless, imagine, like, oh,
perhaps,
Ryuji, you know.
Perhaps
An
An is reacting to Ryuji egging him on instead of being like, no,
I think
Ryuji,
it's reasonable. No, that's obviously what it actually is. But from Morgana's perspective, I wonder with those little ears down and I don't belong her after all, I wonder if he's thinking that, you know, Ryuji gets rogue and people care about it. And they kind of
my favorite member of the group
the person he has a crush on
Ryuji.
I'd like to point out, like, no response to I'm gonna run off. And like that makes enough sense because like they're yelling and you know it's clear that Ryuji is like starting to get into like and An and Ryuji have history, you know, like so that makes a lot of sense. But I do think that from Morgana's perspective, no one is voicing any objections to him. To be fair, this has happened in like the space of 5 seconds, and we're slowing this down.
Like to be fair, like we're pausing, but like when this is happening for them, there's back and forthing. So An is just only interjecting like now when she can finally get a foothold in the conversation.
Do you think Joker from Persona 5 would like Furuhacho? Yeah, he plays that other card game. Hi, Sunraku. If you're wondering how we're only at this part of the game, 43 streams in, you might notice how much we're talking about it. At this point, I like the arc still. At this point, I still like the arc.
Well, this is goodbye.
Are you being a bit dramatic about it?
Okay, I seriously, Joker.
Okay, I will say Joker. Those are not massively good. And once again, Joker is not the best at saying. But to be fair, there's not like
I don't know. I was mad at everybody,
know what I would
but mostly Ryuji and Morgana in this arc. I was mad at everybody at this point because I was like, I think we should have done more in this moment to prevent this from happening, and then we should have done more after this moment. You'll see in a second.
We'll see the after, but I do understand that sometimes when there's an argument and you don't really know how to interject. That being said, these aren't like the best. This is also hard because I'm kind of in the camp that sees Bruce Joker as me instead of as the character. But this is pretty milquetoast. Like, to be fair though, I don't know what I would say. I would probably try and say something like,
I certainly would not say what's gotten into you.
Well, I would want to say, and calm down. That's really bad. Like, that's also, there's not a good answer.
Are bad.
But like, I would probably be like, hey, can we, before we do anything rash, like, can we all cool our heads and like come back and talk about this.
Diffuse the situation.
I guess calm down is the closest to that, but it's kind of really phrased in a aggressive
Joker,
manner.
It just feels like he's like Morgana. Stop being dramatic at this point. Like, that's what it feels
he's
like.
Not.
And I'm
it doesn't
sure,
feel like there's an option where I'm like, I'm hearing what you're saying. I think that before you run off, right? I know you have an issue.
Let's all take a break.
Like before you run off, like let's talk. We're not saying we're not going after him, right? I think that we like we understand that you consider, but I think we should talk about it, you know. What video games would each of the? Okay, no, I'm not answering that one. That's a good question, or a decent question. We are, dude. If we stop mid massive analysis. We are already going through this scene at the pace of molasses, slower than usual. We cannot start to ask a question. Stop to ask a question about what video games they would play. Someone in chat answer him. I can't. We can't do this. We cannot. We're gonna tell him to calm down ineffectually.
Morgana, wait!
Oh, there's the Morgana. Wait.
See you.
Bro,
super dramatic. He is very dramatic. He's like,
he's back in no time.
Okay, also, I was like, guys, I think he's pretty serious. We should probably go after him.
That's true, and we should. But I can understand this.
Well, I get it from Ryuji, but I think, from Ryuji it makes total sense. But I feel like everybody else, how they handle this, the afterward.
Well, none of them. I would be one thing. If if it was another thing where people were kind of split.
Damn it.
Like I get it. I think part of it is also dramatic. I'm going away, you know, like, yeah. 1 in-game
Right.
day. So are you surprised, Turkey? Like,
Nobody does. Like nobody's like, okay, I should go
I'm
after him.
human.
Wait,
I have to
Oh.
be.
yeah, did we just let him run out into an alleyway alone?
Yes, we let this small, scrawny cat go out by himself. Joker didn't chase him. On didn't chase him.
No one.
Kava didn't
I
chase
mean,
him.
Yeah,
All right.
Nobody chased him,
I've
and I feel like
managed
that
by
was
myself
very
before,
reckless of us and
and I
very
can do it
bad.
again now.
yeah. I will say if
Last
there's
time
one
you were
thing.
on it at your
yeah.
own, dude, you got captured. But
I just need to
just
take
saying.
down Okumura before those guys do.
And now he's like, we got to get to him to talk. Oh, hey,
Huh?
It's okay.
That
It's
kitty.
girl.
certified you're taking too long. Thanks, Turkey. But I still like the arc so
can't
far. I
believe
still
this.
think it's interesting drama.
The public
is
believes in the
interesting
justice of the
drama.
Phantom Thieves. They
Until
have no
a little
interest in
later.
that
At least
principle.
here's our best boy.
Okay. It's the justice of they have no interest in that principle. I mean, no, like, that's fair.
Yeah, if you just
I'm
it's like you were
experiencing
just
equal
at
levels
our
of
table.
frustration. My comments on TV turned everyone
I mean,
against
no,
me.
that's fair as well. Like, I catch you being like, I have some objections, and everyone being like, there are real reasons to be kind of worried about how fervent this is getting. To be fair to say, I do think it's a very believable story, the public story. And, like, I think that, like, say, underestimates the public's ability to connect those dots. Or, like
Yeah.
to her, it probably seems very obvious. Like, she was talking about the police thing. Like, there's no way that this is what actually happened. And, like, I think most people are just buying that it's. I think most people are just buying the story. It's pretty convincing. 1.5 hours and I'm like a 10. Okay, Turkey, I would like to point out that a good chunk of the reason this takes so long is I am talking to you for half of it. If it is just one day, it might have been 2.
Then again, I won't allow mere criticism to break my spirit so easily.
That's
we
my
won't keep
boy.
letting ourselves be defeated either. My suspicion after the hacker's case last month is now conviction thanks to the principal's death. The mental shutdown cases and the psychotic breakdowns are surely the Phantom
Okay,
Thieves'
well,
doing.
she's very wrong about that, but
And she's sitting here like, this is perfect.
shit. I mean, she really,
You'll
I
never
mean,
suspect me.
I like the point that, like, I know it's her only lead, but technically, really, the only thing she has on us is that, like, we are the only people who have declared ourselves to be doing stuff in the mind realm, in the
Correct.
metaverse. Whereas, like, yeah, it's weird that, like, it's not implausible, right? That, like, we would have 2 separate operations, like the clandestine and the public ones. Like, it's not like this is a
Right.
bad theory, but I certainly wouldn't say it's sure. I certainly wouldn't say it's ironclad. You could end them or shut them
Well,
down
I'm
if
sure
you
you
want.
remember that our girlie has a palace, so
Oh yeah, that is true.
we
Turkey is
will be
bringing up
seeing
the
her.
Turkey is bringing
there.
up the technically correct thing, in which that I could actually take control of the stream. It's really hard. Like, even when I want to, like, it's really hard for me to interrupt people. Besides the fact that I also want to talk about everything. It's like, when Naomi starts talking and I want to read the story, I can't do it. I can't just be like, all right, now we're doing the story now. You know?
That would be fine. You can do that. It's fine. I don't really care.
I mean, maybe, like, look, it's not a permission thing. It's how my brain is wired. Like, I don't want to interrupt. Like, it's very like, we're never gonna.
Mama snapped at us too much as children when she was on the phone.
What did you say?
Mama snapped at us, you know, when she was on the phone, we would be chatting, and she would like throw her hand in the back of the car, and she'd snap at us. She'd be like, "Shut up!
Yeah.
I'm speaking on the phone."
Am I gonna snap at you? Oh, that's terrible snaps. I don't know what's going on with my hand today.
I was like, "Wow, I could
I
barely
remember
hear
the data you
that."
showed me about Okumura Foods.
My hands are sweaty.
Is that the basis for
They're
these
really-
beliefs?
Ew.
They're clammy.
Ew. Ew.
They're really not making.
My
Maybe
hands
it's because I can't hear the snap very well. Maybe it's because I have headphones on. But
Maybe.
all right, let's focus on the story. All right. How about this? We will, when it's voice acted, every time there's a conversation, you set 10-minute timer, and after that, you have a 10-minute cooldown for your next conversation. No, I'm not doing that. We're gonna put this on auto until we stop getting voiceovers, and we're not gonna interrupt it. And we will unpack the scene after the scene is over, and I will look at chat after the scene is over. Is that okay, guys?
Sounds good.
Is that the basis for these beliefs?
There have been frequent occurrences of mental shutdowns surrounding Okumura recently. If only there was a clear connection between him and
That is true.
Phantom
That would
Thieves.
be a big thing to help.
Well, it would be problematic if there wasn't one.
Yeah, I mean...
So, you're jumping the gun here.
Yeah.
You really told a man you would terminate his parental authority based purely on your speculation?
Yeah, that was
I'm
pretty
surprised
fucked up
would
of
say
you.
Such a thing to the owner of a cafe you
At
frequent.
house.
It's all for the sake of the case.
You
Yeah.
may have the backing of the SIU's director, but you've been far too aggressive.
No, that has
Sai-san,
been my major problem with Sai,
trespassing into
my
police
serious problem.
territory. Don't say nobody warned you if this becomes an issue later.
Trespassing into
My
police
superiors
territory.
told me the same thing.
Interesting. What does he
We
mean
first
by
Well,
need
your
that?
to know
superiors
what
are
methods
right,
the Phantom
dog.
Thieves are using. The police can't make a move unless that becomes apparent, after all.
Going to be very
His opponent
nasty.
can't be caught by following the rules. What need is there to stick to formalities?
Several.
So, you wish to ignore protocol in order to reform
Oh yeah, that
society.
goes
I hope
against
you
Takechi's
realize
code.
that's no different than what
Yeah,
the
of
Phantom
course he
Thieves
would
are
say
doing.
that. He's got the angry face.
It's a shame. Especially since we both want to capture the culprit behind the psychotic breakdowns.
I like this too. This is actually, for once, I am intrigued about Sai's character. Oh my gosh.
Really messed up.
It's been 5 seconds.
You should have gone after him.
Well, that's, yeah.
Is this really impossible alone?
Yeah, probably.
How
Of course
horrible.
it is.
But I can't see who's there.
I guess he's just
Sure.
Master. Who's Master? Wait, what?
Much later. Much later.
Okay, see, that
Much
was really...
later.
Hey,
Alright.
have you seen Morgana?
No.
No.
Should we look for him? I wonder. Wonder Joker.
Should we do
Should we
something
look?
about it? We did just let him run off after we explicitly said he was going to try and invade a palace by himself.
Come on,
That's
Joker.
very funny.
Seriously?
No, I love that. I love that with Sai. I love the fact that, like, you know, like, I love the fact that Akechi's like, you can't do this, and you're kind of just being the Phantom Thieves right now. I like it. I like that, you know, he doesn't have, and I realized mid-conversation where he's like, if only, when Sai was like, if only there was a connection between the two. And I was thinking, oh, this arc is going to establish, like, lots of connections. Not only are we going to try and take him down, but we're also going to have, not only are we going to try and take him down, but we're also going to have the other problem, which is, like, not only are we going to have to take him down, but we're also going to have to, invite his, like, daughter onto the team, right? Like, that's not great, like, for optics. Like, she's about to get the exact
also-
links she needs.
Also, what this scene does is it sets up, like with like Akechi, especially with his reaction, is it sets up that, like, clearly Sai is no longer concerned about necessarily
It sets up the palace way.
correct justice. Right, they're setting up that
Right.
she's clearly
I'd like to point out that
she's a little distorted.
I would say, though, that that was set up when I was mad at her for aggressively for going. I mean, it's nicely
Right, but now
reiterated,
they're-
and it's, I like that
Yeah.
Akechi calls her out on it, but I was already thinking that she was going about this in the wrong way.
Yes.
Maybe
Now
we should
they're
look
just
for him.
cementing it
I
further.
want to, but maybe we're worrying too much.
I
Just
mean,
kinda expected he'd come home when he got hungry. Oh, maybe he went to someone else's place. Let's ask.
I guess this
Babe.
is a good first step, but, like, he lives with us.
I would just like to say that he seemed so upset last, like,
That's
yesterday, like, I would not have, just seeing how he left, like, I would not have
Yeah.
assumed that he would be over it. and
I
have
will say
visited
though
someone.
that like, I guess I kind of get it, because I kind of understand when I kind of get the idea. Like, I don't think they thought he'd do it immediately, right? I don't think he
Yes,
thought he'd
that
have
I
which
understand. I
the
don't
other
think I wouldn't have thought he'd do it immediately either, but I would have gone after him just
Yeah.
simply on the fact that he was just so upset
Yeah.
afterwards, and that it's dangerous for a small cat to be out, even if he's,
Yeah.
you know, he feels
How
like
does
he's not
he
a
get
cat.
into palaces?
He looks
Why
like
does
a
he just
cat,
do
and
that
it's
for every
dangerous.
palace if they know there's a palace? Well, I think the problem. I think it might be pretty easy to get into this palace, but right now we're undecided about whether to do it. I do think that
Right.
like almost maybe from seeing him as a little bit too human, because if it was a human, right, maybe you would probably still do that. But I could very easily see myself watching this big fight and just wanting to leave them the space, because you don't want to go in, try and talk, get yelled at yourself. But obviously he's not a
Yeah,
human.
with
He's
the
a small
human,
cat.
yeah. But
And so
he's a small
ironically,
cat.
there's something ironic about part of this coming about because of almost we're treating him as too human.
Yeah, but like, I feel like someone should have had the sense to be like, guys, he may not actually be a cat, but he physically looks like a cat, and he has the physical strength right now of a cat.
It's true, there are a
It's
lot of
not
us,
safe.
but I'm not. Yeah, I will say though that like, yeah, and also like, lots of people say. I mean, we know he has a temper, and there is this idea that like, we know he has a temper, right? And there's a he'll calm down, you know. There is also, I think, a little bit of almost an idea of like, there is just almost like taking for granted the fact that he just won't do it, like that he won't, like that he's not, like he's clearly upset, but like it's, I can almost see like that this idea that like maybe a bit of
Taking
infantilization
it for granted that he's
going
just
on.
being dramatic, you know, he just had a little
And he's just
crash
cute.
out, and
He's this
gonna come
cute
back.
little guy, you know. I think it's harder to take his problems seriously. Partially because he's kind of has a weird sense of, you know, I'm used to not really jiving with his sense with him on various things. But also, I understand like the idea that it would be hard for the team to take his problems seriously, and like, especially partially because of a bit of infantilization, which is all to say that I kind of still like the arc.
Like, just, that's fine for now. Like you can like
You're
the art
saying,
even if I
okay,
don't like it, you know.
there's
But
the
like,
stuff that's gonna get worse.
I'm just saying, like, there's just, like, at some point, I was so over Ryuji and Morgana. And I was like,
That's fair.
you guys
They've been doing
need
it the
to
whole game.
stop.
They have been doing it the whole game, and I've had a lot more break time between sessions than you have.
That's true.
There's something to be said about how different how we play this has been. Do you think it really was like the fruit's still in the bowl? Oh, that's bad. I got you an accident. Oh, now we're considering the problems. and die on us like that, I know. Finish one. Yeah, okay. You should worry about this a little bit more, but I'm not that surprised. To live on, whatever. I'm sure it'll come back. Something happens.
Aren't they all being way too cold about this?
I mean, Ryuji's definitely being too cold about this. Oh, I can't look at the log to see the text messages. That kind of sucks. Oh, wait, this is voice acting again. Sorry, we have to watch.
Oh well. Have a good day.
Oh, that lasted 5 seconds. Aren't they being cold about this? I guess not.
Oh man, I would be so concerned if my cat, who is usually not off on his own, was away.
Oh wait, I don't think this is for you. Yeah, I think they're okay. Yeah, I mean, there's an element of indecision right now. and I can find indecision realistic.
Right.
Appears just as guilty for keeping quiet about all. As the own for a need to disappear. I can't say that I've never obviously it's disturbing to people keep hearing people talk about that, but I also I understand it also, you know.
Right.
How
He's
is he
not
going
an
to
art
just
desk.
Oh, he must. He doesn't have a phone right there. He doesn't get into palaces. I thought he could just enter and exit at will, because he's of the metaverse. I don't think he needs the phone. The password is an interesting question though. I assume he got the password. I assume we'll see how they get we'll see how we get the password, and then I'll judge whether or not it makes sense he could get that.
That's true. I feel but he and Futaba had talked about it, but I guess. Well, if he doesn't have the phone, he doesn't necessarily need the password. He just needs the place.
Yeah,
Suppose.
We don't actually know a lot about Morgana's mechanics.
I don't actually know if they ever explained how Morgana gets in and out of palaces without the nav when he's by himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, he had been able to do it because of Kamoshida's stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously with Okumura, but I don't know if they ever explain how he does it.
But this guy's wife threw out one of his books. The Kumara, it was even signed. Some amount of miracle.
Dude. I would have been sad.
Oh yeah, signed copy. I mean, to be fair, it's this evil guy. It's I had this signed copy of a book by Elon Musk. It's I feel kind of bad for you, but also was much of value lost here?
I suppose, but there's always something to learn from books written by people like that. You know how they think of the world.
Yeah, but would I get a signed copy?
I don't know. I feel well, he must have gotten it signed. He must have gotten the signed copy before everything went down. But still, say you had a signed copy of a book, and then years later, they were like, "Oh yeah, he's an evil dude."
Yeah, I guess he's not exposed as being evil yet. That being said, true. I would. He is still a CEO, billionaire, right? Or is he only a millionaire?
Yeah.
He's a billionaire trying to make a global corporation. I wouldn't view anyone in that position as I don't think anyone with over $1 billion can be described as moral.
That's fair.
That is a sin within itself, gluttony specifically, to have more than $1 billion. So it's hard for me to see that as someone would. It's losing a signed book would suck, but in any circumstance. But it's it sucks with an asterisk, you know. Still
sure,
weird that
even in this case, even though if it's a bad person, someone would buy it for a lot of money, you know.
Yeah. Also, I don't like this guy. He looks smarmy.
He's
and he's complaining about his wife.
History teacher.
And he's complaining about his wife, and apparently he didn't communicate to his wife that there was a book of value, or he did something that made his wife throw it out. You know, maybe he pissed her off. I don't know. I don't get the sense that I see signs of marital troubles. His face is annoying. He has a book by a billionaire signed. I'm not inclined to feel sorry for him.
He's either history or art. Maybe he's
big, bold. That was on the verge of started Big Bang, bold and creative venture. Which are philosophy and life itself. How could she sell that into a secondhand shop? I mean, did you ever talk to her about it? Did you ever have any communication that this was an important possession of yours? Do you talk about anything? Your marriage kind of sounds like it sucks. And I'm not sure, and you're whining about you're complaining about your wife to a class, to your class.
Oh, that's pretty unprofessional.
Come on. Getting with to switch gears is key. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not sure I agree with anything you've been saying.
Why are you talking to me, bro?
A second-hand shop is mostly meant for sale of goods and supporting charitable causes. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know the answer?
Yeah, that's
What
why
does
you
a
were so
pawn
upset
shop
when your wife
offer
told
that a
you.
secondhand shop doesn't? Free money loans for collateral. Because like basically you give them the way of what a pawn shop does, the secondhand shop doesn't, and what makes it a very controversial business is you give them something valuable and then they'll give you a loan, and if you fail to pay the loan, they illegally obtain what you've given them. So if you pay the loan back, then you get to have your stuff back, but if they don't, then they legally obtain it and they can pawn it off to someone else, which can be kind of a cruel business, because it'll be about people giving up things that they clearly care about or that are valuable to them because they need money, and then not being able to pay. Like this is what makes a pawn shop considerably more frowned upon, especially because it's a loan rather than just selling it off. This is what makes a pawn shop more controversial than a secondhand shop, I would say. So yeah, money wants to grow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Comparatively less focused on money. Yeah, thrift stores are more of a thing, like, trying to make less waste in society, like not throwing stuff out,
There's that, and
pawn
it's also about having things that might be nice, where people with lower income can afford it.
Yeah.
There's that too.
And pawn shops are very, like, the money loaning thing, very, like he says, focused on money management. To me, it's like, yeah, they're not like, well, that's a very business-like way to say that they're not greedy. Like, obviously pawn shops, they're not illegal. Like, I don't have personal beef with the pawn shop, but yes, there's like pawn shops are a part thrift store, but they're also like part bank, and they're in it for the money. And there's something less, especially because being part thrift shop, it necessitates they're doing business specifically with people in a disadvantaged position, like, so if they screw someone over with the loans, it's going to be the poor. Like, so,
right.
Condone it. Why should we just condone it? Use unused stock to them and use them as a tax write-off that way. Thrift stores? I guess that's fair. There are lots to use a tax with. It takes incredible to figure out how to be both profitable and charitable at once. You're talking about a tax write-off. I'm not sure I'm not sure using loopholes to get a tax write-off is it's aspirational thing that you're. I'm not sure if it's aspirational you think it is.
At the very least, at least the extra stock is not being wasted and it's going to thrift stores. But
yeah,
I don't think it was a charitable intent. It just happened to have a charitable outcome.
Somewhat. Propping up the value of a thrift store until you decide to cash out.
Yeah.
Or maybe getting into politics. It's true the currency is counted in a number of ways. I'd love to have a character like him leading the country. Yeah, you're quite. I don't like you or the kind of person you represent.
My teachers suck. I only have one good teacher. And she works as a maid part-time because the teacher salary is so bad.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Morgana doesn't come back.
Interesting. Is this gonna cut off my ability to do anything?
And
interesting.
After them. Where did they go? We must find them.
Who's that?
Another one has been located.
It's a girl.
There are two of them.
Is it Haru?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Commencing pursuit protocol.
That's kind of
You
interesting.
can tell, just look at her head. And
So she's in the meta. She's one of the first people who's in the metaverse first.
Mona's still not home.
I believe she must have gone in with Morgana on accident, I believe.
Late last night, multiple glass windows were found shattered at the Okumura Foods corporate headquarters.
Oh, that's bad.
That was Morgana.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, he broke into the food building. It's also, I will say, it's concerning because we're worried about him. It's also, again, a bit concerning because Vergara's just wielding the power of the Phantom Thieves without our consent. And, like...
Yeah, we're gonna get blamed for this, dog.
Like, he's gone rogue, and that is genuinely concerning.
Gonna jump on this, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, like, the problem is, like, he's gone rogue. That's concerning because we're worried about what's happened to him. But it's also concerning because he's gone rogue. Like, that's also a big problem. Just generally. Like, in and of itself, from the element of going rogue.
Other damages have also been reported, including the destruction of a statue depicting Mr. Okumura.
Jesus.
Wonder if someone's got a grudge against
We know of one person that's got a grudge.
However, there were no signs of a break-in. Identifying the culprit is expected to be difficult.
By himself. I'm concerned. Oh, because we're texting right now so that Sojourner doesn't hear us.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, we do have to tackle this.
Mistakes have been made. And mistakes will continue to be made for the rest of the beginning part of this arc.
Does that mean he's a danger? Yeah! We should all go in after him. Oh, well, look at the core, which we'll look into it a little more. Gotta look into those metal shutdown things, too. I mean, yeah. But I also feel a bit uncomfortable, like, we're breaking in to help Morgana. Potentially,
oh,
like...
God. No!
Yeah.
This next part, no!
Alright, for a little cool, but this is an emergency. There is something to be said about how you could use the guise of an emergency to push powers, push things into power that would have objections otherwise. Like,
obviously, it wasn't Morgana's intent, but...
No, yeah, not this time, but, like, that is, like, definitely a theme I see a lot, like...
That is a tactic that could be used, yes.
I mean, technically that's why we have the TSA, actually. The TSA was, when the TSA was announced, it was announced as a temporary measure, and then they just never got rid of it after 9/11. And this is the exact tactic that was basically used. Like, a disaster has happened, emergency, we're going to implement this. We're going to tell you, it's just because this is an emergency. And then once it's happening, we're just going to let inertia keep it there. So I
not like TSA's that much.
Well, I used a light example, yes.
Yeah.
The TSA is generally, and I wouldn't say it's harmless, but it's generally, it's kind of useless and it's a little racist sometimes, but it's not the worst thing that has been done to. It's just a relatively light example for a stream.
Yeah. Alright, tomorrow we're gonna go get tomorrow in game.
But Morgana's not here. I can do whatever I want.
Morgana. Can you?
Yeah, no. I wonder what Morgana. I can't even sit on the sofa. He can't do anything because he's worried about Morgana.
That's fair, though.
I do kind of like that as a character moment. Oh, I can feed the plant. Have some premium
Morgana's
plants.
not here to tell. Morgana's not here to tell us that it doesn't need nutrients.
I'm sure I'll just think it myself.
Yeah.
Oh, we really got that should be enough for a while. Yeah, he's already thinking it. Wait, don't sleep yet. I want to save that kindness.
I'll just add this.
Morgana, Morgana, I loved you, Morgana.
Be safe, my boy. Yeah, it doesn't help. Like, a lot of people also hate this arc because a lot of people just don't like Morgana. So, like, this arc really pisses him off because Morgana just, like...
Still watching news about the Phantom Thieves.
Well, I mean, us talking through as much as it was so bad about how slow we were taking that way, it implemented new rules.
Hilarious.
I mean, it did help me. Us talking through his logic helped me emphasize a lot more with Morgana than I had been up to this point, you know.
Impossible.
You say you become the absolute right normally are. I mean, that's not. Again, there's a lot of people that are just that find things to solve their problems. Well, there's misinformation. Like, it's not an opposite thing. It gets rid of distortion. Interesting that Okuma again, lots of very good reputation for Okuma. That's the other thing. We viewed this conspiracy evidence. I have no idea how, you know, he's, you know,
I mean, yeah, all we really know is that there's a palace. Like, he has a palace.
But then again,
which does mean that he has some significant distortion.
And we know that public perception, it can't be the best because he's topping the rankings.
Right.
Because we don't really. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, we're just restating the obvious that there's reason to be cautious. Also, a nice angle to make the building look imposing.
It is the headquarters of
Oh wait, we're on auto again. Quiet.
If anything, getting into the real building is impossible.
Mona seriously went to a palace based on somewhere like this?
It's definitely on a different scale than the ones we've dealt with previously.
I searched Okumura online. He's totally up to something. Don't you think he's guilty too?
Guys, can we stop talking about this and get in so we can see Morgana, please?
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, again, maybe let's not try and pass this right now. Yeah, well, no, I will say we'll know soon enough. Yeah, we'll know soon enough. We don't. Well, let's get to it.
I'm positive I'm right.
Doesn't matter.
Shut the hell up.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. We gotta
Dude,
make sure we
come on.
squeeze the juice on those mental shutdown things out of him too.
You said you found the
Ryuji.
palace keywords, right, Futaba?
Stop.
Oh, Futaba just said she found them.
Outer space.
Huh? The hell?
Oh, so that's why it's called Big Bang Burger.
Oh my gosh.
Big Bang is space lingo, you know?
Thank you.
Not
Yeah, I actually saw a video.
So the
I'll
concept
talk about
behind
this
the
later.
store
Actually,
branch
never
name
mind.
came
When
from
we're
the
not.
CEO himself.
Oh,
Maybe I'll
this
talk
is
about this
interesting.
Outer space.
later, when we're doing Palace
How
Mode.
exciting.
We better be able to breathe once we get in there.
Is everyone ready? I'm activating it now.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Dang it! Why is he just walking? Oh no!
Mickey Mouse.
You're already
That's my boy.
considered threats?
Well,
President Okumura must be on guard, what with everything that's
yeah,
going
a lot of
on.
things have happened.
That bastard. He's just causing more trouble for us.
We don't call him a
Really?
bastard.
Come on. Don't call Morgana a bastard.
Whoa.
We don't know anything about his parents.
Thank you.
My sketchbook.
No, that's fair for Yusuke on this one. This is a really cool building.
Yeah. Oh, the cool. I forgot we were Christmas.
I'll just add this.
I wish you were. Yeah, okay, we're gonna on Christmas if I.
Yeah, especially because On is a little bit
Oh yeah, I forgot your Christmas outfit. Super risque.
not appropriate for.
Well, I mean, not super, but like, yeah, it's significantly
this
more
scene,
so than
these
every
scenes.
other character. I do like that, like. Oh, this is a really cool palace looking thing.
It is.
I do like that the. I do think it's very interesting because you're getting. I can already tell that you're more annoyed than I am. Even now.
But usually, boy,
We can talk to you.
you can talk to Futaba, but yes.
Oh wait, she doesn't do anything.
But yeah, she can't join your party or anything like that. She can't join your on-field members or anything like that.
Let's see.
Yeah,
First
Ryuji
off,
pisses me off
equip.
because he just kind of doesn't really care about Morgana. I know that they don't like get along and stuff, but
Yeah.
like,
But like, it is like kind of sad how kind of callous he is about it.
Yes, it does. It does upset me because I do like Morgana against popular opinion. You know, he's not my favorite, but I do like him.
No, I mean, again, analyzing him has been interesting, and that's been fun. I definitely don't. It's very interesting hearing you do it because I understand Ryuji's perspective better. I think, or like not better. I emphasize with his perspective more. I think. This is not.
I suppose I've always lent more towards being sympathetic rather than.
No, but like I'm being sympathetic to Ryuji. And you're calling him boy.
I'm calling him boy.
I will say
I
also,
mean, like, as in like sympathetic. I feel like Ryuji. I don't know. Like his treatment of Morgana just like I disagree with it on a moral level.
Does it get better after this arc?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
He does one more thing that pisses me off though.
Right.
So
I will say though that also like we are very different people in some respects.
That's true.
Like
that I do wonder. There's one moment that pisses me off more than this arc that happens significantly later in the plot, and I do wonder if you will agree with me on that front because I feel like the majority of the fandom agrees with me.
Right.
On that specific front. And I am curious about if you will. I feel fairly certain that you will.
Interesting. But would you expecting me to be like this about this arc so far?
No, but this arc I am more inclined to feel sympathy for. I don't feel any I felt sympathy for like the two characters, like the two, Morgana and Ryuji, you know, from beforehand. So like that's not like wholly surprising. Like I don't feel any sympathy for the people who pissed me off.
I will say the other thing is there's a difference between like I don't agree with a lot of the actions being taken, but like I understand them not as in like, oh, this is a good idea, but more as like because I understand the motivation, I like how the story is developing. But from judging the arc judging the arc from like how it's as a narrative, I'm not behind any of the actions necessarily, but like
yeah, like the other one.
Part of when I get mad at like, and I can get mad at characters too. Like I've gotten mad at Mishima, but also a bit of that is being a little bit mad at the game for something that's admittedly not in his control, but like. You know, there's a bit of me getting mad at the ludonarrative dissonance. I'm still trying to figure out where the costume button is.
Oh, it should be in go to, I believe, equip.
I went to equip.
And then go to outfit.
Oh.
This is Christmas outfit. The other one who's not in Christmas gear is Futaba.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, does that mean... Oh my god, I just remembered. That means when we see Morgana again in not cutscene mode, he's gonna be a snowman.
That's gonna be awesome. She's a reindeer? Oh, she's also...
Oh
not
no!
as well covered.
Why is, Makoto the only... I actually don't remember Haru's at all, so I don't actually remember if she's,
Makoto's got more of a tomboy-esque kind of serious vibe.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I try to explain this. I'm not trying to justify this. I will say we are also giving a lot of reaction to what is, like, in the grand scheme of things, not... Like, this wouldn't be too surprising to see someone walk around. I would be a little surprising. If you're taking with a Christmas bit, but... What is that on the back? Santa's... Chavs? Santa... Dang it, why'd you put your arms like this, Futaba?
Santa's... Damn.
Okay, her arms are right in the way. Let's go in AV.
Yeah, AV.
Why is there like blood around? Oh, is that the mouth? That's a very silly outfit. I do think that.
Yeah.
To be fair, we are being a little prudish. I would think.
Well, I'm always a prude.
But like, I do want to point out before we rag into this.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't help though that like the difference in the outfits is very strong. Like contrast.
Yeah, where's my open-chested where's my open-chested Yusuke?
Contrast wise. Yeah. Nope.
I would like to say I've seen the weirdest retcon recently.
And what outfit do we want? Like, are we going back to the normal one, or do people want?
You should probably go back to the. Well, okay. I don't know. Does anyone in chat want anything?
We have
specific?
these. Like, hey guys, what outfit do you want? It has to be something we can apply to everyone, just because. And it does. And please make it so it doesn't change the music. I don't like the ones that change the music.
Anyway, speaking of retcons, it's really weird. There's like a there's like a character. So like this one game series is 13 games long. So like in the fourth and the fifth one, or I guess the fifth one, there's a character that shows up, and she's like cool and stuff. And she's been showing up in the later games. So like 10 games later, almost a little under 10 games later. And in every game she's appeared in since her first appearance, her chest has gotten incrementally bigger every time.
Okay.
The first time she showed up since the first time, I was like, huh. Whoa there, Risha. You've got a little bit more weight to you now. And then I saw her again in a different game, in the next like game or something, or the 2 games away. And I was like, God damn, dude, what the hell are they doing to you? This
loungewear? Alright, you know, I'm gonna do loungewear because I already wanted to do loungewear. Thanks, Turkey. I do think that, like, part of it is... I will say, though, she's
already an adult, okay? So it doesn't make sense for the Ricky Kidney figure. It also doesn't make sense. Like, the first jump is huge. I was like, whoa.
Where's Ryuji's loungewear? Where's your loungewear? What do you mean, Ryuji doesn't have loungewear?
What? Oh, is it only...
Is it just
the
me?
Joker Persona 5? That's funny.
I wanted to see what everyone's loungewear was. So look at what is my loungewear? That's great. Dang it.
Oh, it's because we never see... They don't have outfits before sleep.
Oh, it's
Everyone
over.
else does.
Yeah, they could have given them one, so then we would have been able to see it. Aye. Yeah, no, we'll do, what do you say, summer/winter uniform. But that's just what they wear.
The winter uniforms are cute as hell.
Okay, I'll
Literally,
take
I low-key want Akechi's winter outfit. It's cute, man. It's like, wow, that's a cute outfit. That's the winter clothes, not the uniform, but the,
Exactly.
But he said uniform, so you can do the uniform. But
no,
like,
it's already saying clothes now. I think they meant clothes.
The winter clothes are like cute.
Well, I was just thinking like the uniform, really? It's just the uniform, like...
The winter clothes are
But alright, they only said they're really
except
cute.
For Ryuji is never cute. Dude, I'm so... Dude, Makoto's winter wear, oh, dude, it's so cute. I'm so jealous of her winter wear. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, she doesn't have a uniform, because...
Yeah.
I do wish that they would make these set-wise.
Oh, Joker's is cool too. I do like Joker's winter wear as well. But Makoto's is so great. I like her coat. I like her boots.
I do wish... I don't like... I
she's
wish
wearing
that...
jeans.
I know that they're just the outfits that they wear and they don't want to make new models, but I feel it's annoying that they don't have complete sets for everyone.
That's fair.
These are nice. I like...
Ah, it's so cute. She's so cute.
It is.
Makoto's is
A
so
nice one.
cute. Bluesky is fine.
Like, yeah.
It's kind of boring.
She's wearing a,
Aunt's
she's
is
wearing
cute.
like a varsity jacket.
Ryujin. Yeah. It's cute. I like it.
Oh, that's nice. The other one for purple.
Ryuji's wearing that god awful ugly ass hoodie and that ugly shirt.
It's not that ugly. The purple. The shirt's a little ugly, but
the shirt is so ugly.
Oh, that's not a terrible shade of purple. Anyway,
Wow,
let's not bring Ryuji along for the. Out of the spirit, I'm not gonna have Ryuji or Morgana for this arc as well.
Yeah, I didn't do. I literally had to bench him. I was like, get out of my freaking party right now.
Well, I figured what's sub on in.
Yeah.
And then we had Morgana in the party. Oh. Ryuji's the only one, because we already had. Because Morgana wasn't in the party, so now it was in the party, so now we. No, it's worked out.
I should write something.
Yeah, I mean, he's just the natural person to bench because, like, if we're someone we don't want to rely on when it comes to dealing with Morgana, yeah, it's probably Ryuji. Like,
yeah.
I think that's Earth over there. This one's really out of space. I do want to caution against being too prudent, like. Because I I would call it out, but I also think that you could get very, like, there's some people that would use that as an argument that this is a bad game, you know. The same kind of argument for me, like. So I do worry about going. Yeah, I do worry about going too far in that direction.
Hey.
But yeah, I generally lean towards it though. A lot of the elevation. That's another for real.
Oh, next. Was it, wait, not Ryuji? Oh, yes, it was Ryuji.
Ryuji, but not.
I don't know why.
No voice line.
Not voiced. Yeah.
What said?
Oh, funny number 69.
Oh, the okay, I don't want to say OG because it's just our generation, which isn't really OG. Like, wow, 20 years ago, you know, not. It's like you were talking at the beginning about us being old. If I call it the OG, that makes it sound like, and the 2000s were old, you know. So it's just the one that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
We've become unelevated. Become delevated. We don't have any.
See this next
I can't say that. Ooh. Okay,
this car is so freaking cringe.
He's at 40. Interesting. Like,
yeah.
Again, that's like the first time we even get to see him. He's just shaking his angry fist.
He's pretty on guard at this point of time. Obviously, because his house was kind of broken into.
And like an effigy of him was burned, you know.
Yeah, I'd be pretty concerned if I were him.
Oh. Sorry, Turkey. That was a while ago. We kind of left. Maybe this is a little slow. Like maybe it's a little
maybe
slow.
we're just not paying attention.
Yeah, it's possible we weren't paying attention.
Maybe it's not technology and just
we're just getting those I mean, okay, we might have gotten just. Maybe we weren't paying attention. That's also possible.
Yes.
I mean, you know, we're going a lot faster, so that's fine. That's fine. No,
what is that?
Robots?
Oh, these little stinkers.
They all have the Big Bang Burger logo. They're saying something. You must adhere to your shifts. If you don't like it, you can quit. However, you will not be compensated.
That's
what are they talking about?
Those are the workers.
Talking about their
That's how he
job,
thinks about the
Yuji.
workers.
Oh.
They said it's being disposed of.
Killing people.
These robots are part of Okumura's
He only
cognition,
like
correct?
30 seconds.
Me, when my boss thinks of me as a robot, that's garbage.
I like how, like, they're slowly coming to conclusions as if this is not the immediate obvious conclusion.
They're like, oh, I guess he is a pretty, like, big piece of garbage.
However, this is most likely how the workers of Okumura Foods are viewed by their CEO.
So he thinks they're his robots?
Why is this
If they're
surprising?
treated like this in reality as well, then the company truly is exploiting them.
In that way, they.
Of course
yeah,
they are.
Okumura is a piece of shit, just like I said.
Oh yeah.
Yuji, this is not a thing to celebrate.
He doesn't seem to be anywhere nearby. Let's search for
Yeah,
him.
also we need to find Morgana.
I will say, at the very least,
Damn it.
because he doesn't really care and he wants to. I will say, at least he thinks that we need to be convinced and isn't gonna just do it himself.
Right. Unlike her.
Alright, but I do also think that
he's doing too much.
Yeah.
He need to calm down.
Let's open it.
He doesn't
There's a
see
chest.
like. He doesn't seem concerned about Morgana really. He's definitely using the fact that we're in the palace now to try and advance the idea. And for Tom was really the only one who's calling him out on it, you know? Well, everyone kind of, maybe because like everyone just agrees. Lack of subtlety, how I love it in this game. Alright, the metaphors, yeah. I wouldn't say it's like too unsubtle. I just think it's very funny how they're like, he would think of them as robots. It's like, I mean, if we're in the palace of a CEO, I'd be really more surprised if he didn't. Like,
I would be surprised if he thought of them as good friends.
you know, and like it's of all of the analogies you could use,
Precious
it's a quite trite one,
flowers.
you know. It's a, I wonder if these are all. Sensing they're probably actually not going to be able to get into a fight before a story moment. It's going to be like a scripted fight, the next fight. So
Correct.
I don't know why I'm bouncing around all this much. Sneaking around for all the enemies that aren't here. Because it's going to be a
Here we
scripted
go.
fight. Here we go. Oh, what? Is there any way in which we can open it? I just said, both had said, oh, this is. That's very funny. That is a steel door.
There's no way we can force that thing open.
Boom.
We've hit a blockade quite early, but we have to control the real Okumura's cognition to pass.
Oh, that means Mona hasn't been able to proceed any further either. So if he's here in the palace, he would have to be somewhere before this door.
Oh,
Vigilante? Not necessarily, but I mean, likely.
Yeah, here we go.
Who's that?
Here we go, guys.
Those clothes. Could she be? A black mask? Wait, is she the one Madarame and Kaneshiro were talking about?
Oh, I guess that is the first thing you would think.
She's the reason for all those people going brain dead?
Oh, okay.
It was a
She
girl this
might.
whole time?
Oh no, guys.
Yuji.
She hasn't
Who's the
said
one who's been following
anything.
Say something, damn it!
We're being very aggressive.
Your misunderstandings.
Okay. Hopefully. Now this feels like we should clear this up quite quickly since we have someone who we know. Oh no.
Mona.
Yeah, we came to pick you up.
We came to rescue you because you were scared for your life.
You're okay. Long time no see, Panther.
Hasn't been that long.
Okay. We're doing
Eugene,
that.
shut the hell up.
Sounds up.
You should just go home with your tail between your legs.
Actually, We were looking for you.
Well, for years you were looking for the treasure, but let's not mention that. I wish I'd also to point out that we can't just let you go rogue. Like, this is, like, one thing I don't like, I say don't like as in I disagree, like, as in, because I have to separate disagreeing with the character and thinking it's bad. Like, I think it's decent writing, but I do think, well, there's something like Morgana, this is not a competition. This really is not a competition, and it's kind of disturbing how quickly you are turning this into a competition. Like you want to beat me. It's like, I would like for you not to be going rogue. Like, I might be the only person who's like, oh, having a rogue agent deciding on their own to steal people's treasures without, without any consult with the other group is actually really dangerous. And I think I might actually be the only person that's on the team that's thought of this yet. Like, this might be more dangerous. Like, to be fair, other people are coming from the very reasonable section of, oh, this is our friend, and oh, he's probably in danger, not actually threatening to the Okuma. But, like, for me, again, I'm the only one who think. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only person who really thinks responsibly in a very specific sense in this game. Like, not even Joker, because I'm the one who's thinking, oh God, there's a rogue element. That's a really bad thing. We maybe shouldn't just, like, I'm the only one who thinks, Morgana, this is like a really concerning thing for you to just do. For the precedent it sets as well.
The treasure will be taken by me, and this beauty thief.
What?
Beauty thief?
Okay. Wait, no, I said we wouldn't do this. Okay, we're going back to this. We'll talk about this afterwards.
I'll have you know she's a Persona user too.
Yeah, we got that.
My name is Beauty Thief.
She really called herself that?
Right, we got the wacky music
The
on.
air has just gone out the window.
Has it? I think we should still be worried about this and maybe try to dissolve this. No, wait.
Mona already said that.
This
you
is
are not qualified to be phantom thieves.
Yeah, I think
Do
we
you
maybe
even understand what it means to be a phantom thief? An admirable phantom thief is. Yeah, tell them.
He's clearly directed her.
What do you think it means?
Okay, I can see. We're definitely at the point of infantilizing Mona right now. Because we have now not taking this seriously at all. Like, beyond the fact that we immediately assumed Mona was going to be completely destroyed, which, to be fair, he is on his own, right? So I think that's not so unreasonable. But we have, we're playing the wacky music? One of our agents is rogue! play the wacky music. Am I the only person who has any idea of organizational responsibility? Wait, yes. I don't think. I feel clearly the game writers also don't care about organizational responsibility. But I'm the only one who's like, maybe we should be really worried about one of our members being just to. I mean, even Morgana is taking this a little too lightly. Like we can't just. This. We should be concerned about a schism and viewing it. I mean, yes, there's a comedy to this.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't think one who helps the weak.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Enough with the idle chit-chat.
You started it.
Mona,
Jesus,
who the hell
guys,
is
come
she?
on.
Wait, I'll fix this.
Okay.
You!
Me?
Learn to take a hint.
Huh?
And you,
Why are we
you're
picking
very
on?
vulgar and very stupid.
Did he get someone else to just air all of his grievances?
What was it again?
I don't want.
You came all the way here just to say that.
Serious?
I don't know. Kind of feels like she ain't dangerous at all.
We will take the treasure.
You already said that.
We don't have time to chat.
Okay, to be fair,
Okay,
he's
well, you
also...
clearly wanted to have time
No
to chat
point,
to
it won't
lord this
open.
over.
Oh, it'll open
Don't
for her.
underestimate us.
Correct, because she is of the blood of Okumura.
Behind you!
Here they come.
Yeah, guys, please stop.
Snap out of it. We need to go.
We'll meet up later at our usual spot. Let's hurry.
Oh, we're just all leaving. We just left her! Haru's not even running. Like, alright, bye, Haru.
Oh, hey.
Did we not grab
Bet you're
Morgana
tired.
when he was there?
That was quite rough.
He's a
I haven't
cat.
felt exhaustion like this since I first awakened to my persona.
What? How hard did you guys
What have you
run?
been looking at?
It was
God
really
damn.
scary.
Sorry, I just didn't want to stand around and wait. The burglary at Okumura Foods is circulating the news again.
Ugh, damn it. Why'd they keep coming after only me?
It makes
None of
sense
us-
that he took
yeah.
longer
It's all 'cause
to
little
get
Miss
back.
Beauty
He
opened that door.
That door most likely had a biometric authentication lock.
I
So, how'd
I
you
feel
get
like
it
it's
to
often
open?
so easy to forget that Ryuji
I
does
wonder
have
who that
an
girl could
injury.
be.
He cannot run very
Oh,
well.
We
yeah.
were told that she's a persona user, correct? Do you believe it's true?
Yeah, it seemed pretty out. She was in the
Well,
persona
she
user
did
out.
look like one.
Did Mona betray us?
I mean,
Guys, calm down.
on the one hand, he kind of directly did. Like, on the other hand, like, it's not like betrayal as like a knife stab. Like, it's not like really a card cutting betrayal. I would also like to point out that because Ryuji looks like a delinquent, they probably would have chased him more as well. But yeah, he's certainly trying to betray us. But when Haru was doing the thing, I was just thinking about like Haru is acting as Mona's self-insert OC that could go in and talk about all the problems he has with the character. Like, it literally feels like how I would imagine like a self-insert character being like in a fix-it fic, you know, being like, you suck for this and you should do this and that's why you shouldn't be like this. And it's in universe. He just roped someone into doing that for him, so that he can look more reasonable. As much as I think we should be taking this seriously, that is objectively very funny. I got they spell things out sometimes. I joke. Oh, that is true. So I was like, they're robots. Like, yes, they're a bit slow. The Persona Yang. You could do a parody of Haru's intro in Persona 5X. I don't know because I once again do not. Besides the fact I don't know
anything about Persona 5X.
Once again, I'm reiterating: do not play Persona 5X if you can help it. Why don't we have middle case letters? Why would we have middle case letters?
There's no need for them. We've got uppercase and lowercase. That's all we really need.
I mean, upper and lower are already opposites. It doesn't imply a middle option. Like, there are some things where it implies, right? Like, I kind of get it a little. Like it doesn't for fun. But that's a reason to add them. But that doesn't mean that it's weird that they're not there. I mean, he kind of I would say maybe. Like, I mean, partially because I'm the only one who's concerned about this from the element of rogue. Like, I'm the only one who's like thinking of it as like like everyone else is worried for his safety, a little worried about what the heck he's gotten up to with this random person. I'm the one who's like, yeah, we should be worried about a rogue Phantom Thief. Like, I'm gonna go with maybe.
No. I don't think he's betrayed us.
Betrayed
If
is
he
a
had,
strong word,
It'd make
though.
more sense for him to directly threaten us, such as exposing
I
our
think he
identities.
might want us to beg for him to come back, which I'm
Either
not
way,
above
How
doing.
the hell's Morgana related to that beauty thief?
They've clearly met.
Considering her tone and physique, she looked about our age.
That's true.
I feel like I've
Thanks,
seen her
Yusuke.
somewhere.
Oh, that's not terrible.
For real? Where
Another for real, put it on.
At school, I think?
Guys, come
What?
on. She's got
Alright.
floofy hair.
Okay, but
Who
like, I
else
don't
do you
remember.
know?
I don't remember. They don't know her. She's a stranger.
Yes, I suppose so. Except for the fact that Ryuji and Joker have seen her at least twice now in the last, like,
To be fair,
week.
it's weird. We haven't seen her at all until the last week since they started needing foreshadowing. We should have
That's
started
not
that a
true,
little early. Oh yeah, I guess. Well, I literally
She's
forgot
seen her,
about.
like, vaguely. But, yeah.
I'm not that surprised, right? For us, in the storytelling, like, part of the jokes I was making about girl with watering can and all that, is that, like, we know objectively. Oh wait, I'm breaking the rule. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Whoops.
How many times are we breaking the rule immediately after establishing the
Now
rule?
that you mention it, I feel like I've seen her too.
Is she a student of Shujin?
I just feel like that's the case. She did have a mask on after all. The
Yeah.
registry in the student council room has photos of every student. Let's check them all tomorrow. If we can figure out the identity of the beauty thief, that may help us regain contact with Morgana.
Yeah.
Futaba and I should further probe into Okumura Foods then. It'd be best
That's
if we
fair.
investigate how sudden mental shutdowns are connected to them.
We're
That's
gonna
true.
take them down.
Well, we haven't agreed to that yet, but okay. Seriously, yeah, we were going on and on. Using old car we brought in from overseas. Oh, great. That is the worst. Yeah. I get how they feel, but that is also irresponsible. Oh, honestly, I'm gonna say don't worry. That's not our priority right now. But all of these are honestly kind of okay. Yeah, so let's. Ryuji's way too eager.
Let's do it.
But, are numbers uppercase or lowercase?
Neither.
They're middle case. They're middle case letters.
Well, they're
Gotcha.
not letters.
Well, that's because why there's no middle case letter? Because that's what numbers are. Anyway, I was gonna say that I don't think it's unreasonable for them not to, like, oh yeah, when we see suspicious person with watering can, then we're like, oh, this is gonna be someone important, and we're gonna need to remember them for later. Boy, this is a random classmate for them, realistically. If they happen to talk to
But,
once
like,
or twice.
I suppose it's different because I'm pretty good at remembering faces.
Yeah, we have come up with that, like, you also, especially this might be relevant when it comes to this group dynamic thing. You also, I deal with problems by kind of almost being oblivious to them a decent chunk of the time. You actively manage whatever social situation you're in. You know. Which I imagine is exhausting.
I suppose. It depends on the situation. But I'm pretty good at remembering faces. There's this guy I see around campus sometimes because we had 2 classes together last semester and I never spoke to him once, but I remember his face, and so when I see him I remember, oh, that kid's Warren. And he has no idea who I am, but I know who he is because of attendance.
I have a really hard time putting
when I have
faces
all of
to
my
names. Names to faces.
I have all my classmates' names to their faces in the classes that they take attendance by roll call. I'm like, yeah, I just know who you are now. But
I feel like my position, I'm sure we're both not normal, but my position I feel is more common. I really don't
probably.
think I struggle to connect faces to names a lot of the time. Sometimes I'll recognize a face or a name and I don't remember the context. It's stored in there somewhere probably, but I don't. Especially even people I care about. We're doing a D&D. Well, also this is slightly early. I'm doing a D&D campaign with Savannah, and I cannot Like, I barely remember, the names of the people I'm playing with. I cannot for the life of me put D&D character to voice. Like, but it's definitely a thing where, like, that might be a blind spot for you, but I would definitely call that a blind spot, because, like, I think it's not very common to be able to recognize, like, I think it's not surprising at all.
It's probably true.
I mean, even Ryuji hitting on her, like, we hit on a lot of people between Ryuji hitting on her and the rat. Like, we've hit on a lot of people in the last couple weeks, and they all kind of remember her, The only thing I'm kind of surprised about is that they didn't find her already in the database, but I suppose Sai probably wouldn't be that interested in her. I'm not sure if Sai would probably be like, greedy billionaire, easy.
Well,
And probably
I just feel like if they're doing research about Okumura, they should be able to easily figure out, like, where his daughter goes to school.
Yeah, but they're going off the fact that Sai is suspicious, and I bet Sai did not possibly think that there could be any emotional problem here. I was just like, yeah, she fits the bill.
Futaba has known for a little while now, and I feel like Futaba would have done some preliminary research. Yes? Sorry, Turkey. I hear my name. I see it. If you would assign an uppercase or lowercase to me, which would numbers be? Oh, I don't know. I feel like numbers aren't letters. They don't count. They don't have an uppercase or lowercase. You can put them in a smaller font, but that doesn't mean that they're like uppercase or lowercase.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't put them in either category. I feel like they don't fit.
I should write something.
I should write something, says Joker.
Should I go to the next day? We're like at like 20 minutes left.
It will be mini cutscenes, and I'm gonna get pissed off.
Oh yeah, let's not. Because like we're in the throes of, this is a story time. We will get through these cutscenes before relinquishing control back to you, and so we have to actually care about going to bed. Like, so we're gonna end it off a little early. I guess we can talk a little more about face blindness, but we're basically gonna end it here. But that being said, Turkey has emphasized this is life or death, and you really wants you to think about it for fun.
Okay, if I had to put them in one, I would put them in lowercase, because I don't have to press the shift key to type them on my computer.
That's true. Wait, does that mean that an uppercase 1 is an exclamation point, and uppercase 2 is an @ sign, and uppercase 3 is an octothorpe, and an uppercase 4 is the $sign, and the uppercase 5 is the %, and the uppercase 6 is the caret, and the uppercase 7 is the ampersand, and the uppercase 8 is the asterisk,
really?
and the uppercase 9 is the left parentheses, and the uppercase 0 is the right parentheses, and then obviously all other numbers come from those 10 digits, so you can make all of the numbers. And the uppercase minus sign is the M dash, or sorry, underline.
No, that's an
or
underscore.
Sorry, I was on a roll there, specifically using the specific names instead of, their. I didn't call it a star or an and. Just the uppercase equal sign is plus. Which that means minus is up. That means the minus sign is upper. Wait, so that also means that, the uppercase of a bracket, sorry, I guess they're both kind of called brackets, the square one and the squiggly one.
Yes.
The uppercase of a slash is a straight line.
Bracket.
The vertical line. So that makes question mark uppercase, right?
Yes, and that also makes
/. And then
that also makes the accent button uppercase. The one next to the 1 on your computer.
Oh, not accent number? Is that what that? And uppercase. So the tilde is uppercase. Lowercase is the.
I don't know what the thing is.
What
My
is it
friend just
called?
calls
It's
it the
not like
squiggly line.
the tilde. The tilde. I might be tilde, but I always call it tilde. I've always heard it called a tilde. Lowercase is like not the apostrophe, but like the kind of sharper tick mark kind of thing that's like an apostrophe. It's very close to a apostrophe.
Yeah, it's not an apostrophe. Oh shit! I almost No, I almost kicked my water bottle over. Whoop. Excuse my language,
I
guys.
swear I know what it actually is called, but it's on the tip of my tongue. Like I feel like I know what that actually is. Like I have to use it a little bit because it sometimes pops up in computer syntax. Specifically, I think PowerShell syntax. Maybe I'm wrong. But not. What is the other symbol on the tilde key? Backtick or back row? The backtick.
Ooh, I don't want a tick on my back.
Yeah. Well, what if you made actual upgrade symbol size numbers based on the symbol you have to shift they share a key with? That'd be cool. Uppercase symbol size numbers based off of the symbol you have to shift they share a key with.
What?
I don't know what you mean.
Actual uppercase symbols.
Like something that looks like a hybrid. Like, oh, it's like a version of the 9, but it also looks a little bit like, what's 9? Open parentheses. So it's like a combo? Maybe.
Or is it like... Is it like giving symbols and numbers an uppercase version?
Yeah. I'm gonna... Yeah, let's save that. What if I've saved yet? Let's try 5 more times.
Yeah, I always save twice before I exit a game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just me being superstitious or something, but I always save twice.
I mean, it definitely does. I mean, it's certainly, if you're asking if it's normal, then yeah, I would say a lot of people do that. If you're asking if it actually makes a difference, no.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, I know, but like...
It's just like a fear.
I get nervous that I haven't actually saved, so I do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you could be pretty sure. I mean, I'll do that with like when I'm filling out gas. I'll sometimes come back out of the car to check that I've closed the gas and stuff.
Or it's like the freezer in the basement. I close it and then I go halfway up the stairs.
Because like the one time it went, because there's that one time it went really bad. Face a theoretical opposite off of what they share a queue. Okay, yeah, so it's what I was saying, where you have the the uppercase for 9, and it also incorporates the uppercase for 7, but it incorporates the ampersand into the design of the uppercase 7. That would be kind of cool, but I feel like it would also be really hard to do it.
That would be confusing.
I'm not sure it would actually work. It's a nice idea. I was gonna say, like, every time I go to work, since I'm always double, triple checking that I have everything when I'm going or leaving.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for flying with the Flightship. Sorry we're ending a little early today. Sorry, I'm optimistic that our new sim system, even though we've broken it a lot, I think hopefully we can push forward, and hopefully with the new system and try to adhere to it a little better, we will start picking up the pace a little bit, especially on cutscene heavy bits of the game. That being said, that's all we have for you today, and I just would like to thank you all once again for flying with the Flightship.
Bye.
I say you all, like it's not that many people. How many people were at the end?
One.
One? No, 2.
2.
One of those might be like you, though, so.
It's not me.
Oh. Yeah, bye.